Magic.
Hey, Internet. Welcome, everybody, to another exciting episode of Dirty 20 here at Proficiency Bonus. My name is Michael, your most humble and merciful Dungeon Master once again, along with my fantastic players. We're missing one right now. She'll be right back.
Are we?
And the owlbear.
The owlbear has replaced me and Ramsey. We've been fired and replaced by a stuffed dice carrier.
I know it's going to happen eventually. Automation. It's the wave of the future.
Well, this is episode 8, guys. We are on episode 8 of our show and adventure. This is very exciting.
Longest campaign I've ever been in.
That's it.
Actually, same.
I can't make that claim.
You run the longest campaign ever known.
No, I don't. I play in it.
Well, true.
98 episodes.
Yeah, man, Storm King Thunder got crazy last night, that's for sure. Hey, we got some people in chat hanging out with us. To Shine.
Stan!
Stan is back!
Hey, Stan!
Stan, welcome back, Stan. Good to see you. And once again, this is episode 8 of Dirty 20, and we are in for a doozy tonight, as our players left last time unsure of what they were going to be doing here in this village in the trees.
And we have one of our characters wrapped up like a baby.
Yes, you do. So quick shout outs to our sponsors before we get to our intro for this evening. I want to throw out a quick shout out to Team MZ, Many-Sided Dice, Twitch, and Streamlabs for all their support. I also want to give a quick shout out to Little Dragon Corp, who, if you type in !Little Dragon in the chat, you will get a link to their store where you can buy a bunch of really cool dice and other RPG gear. And if you use the coupon code BONUS in checkout, you get 10% off of your order. So make sure to do that. It looks like Blitz Greybeard has beat me to it, as he always does.
It's when Christy's not around.
I just realized I forgot my character sheet, so I'm gonna have to do all of this off of memory.
No!
Oh my god, I forgot
You remembered
you
remembered all your pretty dice and your dice
I got
tray,
everything else except for what's actually necessary.
and you left your character sheet. Oh.
It's okay, I have 37 hit points. I remember this.
Yeah.
Good to know. 37 hit points.
Yeah.
Your Dungeon Master is not going to metagame this at all.
I don't have any hit points. You know what? I'm going to shapeshift into every animal and keep you guessing.
That's it. I don't have to find mages for all those. Can you transform into a gargantuan elephant?
I don't think I want to. I don't know.
He has it out for a reason, folks. I'm just saying.
Why is it within reach? I'm worried.
You never know.
I don't have a blank one either.
Never can tell.
You can rip the one out of mine.
No, that's awful. You don't do that. That's like...
Well, now I believe we are set. Don't forget, viewers at home, if you donate 500 bits or subscribe during the episode, a purple advantage die will be placed out for our players to use to gain advantage on any roll that they choose, or they can give it to me to roll disadvantage.
I forgot about that roll.
On any roll.
I should have started.
If you would like. I think we have one advantage die out there that's still available for you guys to use.
It's for me.
But I think it's unless. Oh, and another thing. There was the big announcement last time. Kristen and Charner are going to be welcoming a new member.
Getting a dog. No, just kidding. We're having a baby.
They are having a baby boy coming up here pretty soon. So stay tuned, because I'm not sure what the schedule's going to be like going forward after this episode. We're going to try to talk to them after the episode and see what we can do to get you guys in the loop on when episode 9 will take place. So until we figure out more about that, congratulations to both of you once again.
Thanks.
It's super exciting. It's so much fun. And we'll get somebody else rolling dice here soon. So anybody have anything else that we need to get out of the way before we...
Just really hope I can remember my character.
Did you take a picture of your sheet and
No.
have it on your phone or anything like that?
Okay, she's maxed out wisdom. That's all I got. Her intelligence now, because she's got a cool headband.
She's got a cool headband.
Oh, God.
So it's... Is your mom currently watching?
No, my mommy's at her house.
Okay.
We'll roleplay it.
Kathy, if you're watching, can you drive Ramsey's? Go to her house,
Please?
pick up her character sheet, and drive her character sheet over here.
It's
Or just drive over and take a photograph of it and then text it.
Just text
She doesn't know how to do that. We can't receive text. She legit does not know how to use the
Oh
phone.
no.
Oh, this is treacherous. All right, well, we'll see how Obu does.
I'm gonna
tonight.
improv like nobody's business,
Improv.
and he's gonna either retcon or tell me no a lot.
We will figure it out. We will find a way. We will make a way. This is the way.
Life will
This
find
is
a
the
way.
way.
Well, here we go, guys. We're gonna just dive right in. Here's some dirty 20 coming your way, folks. Enjoy. All right, so you guys are currently in this thatched bungalow overlooking this marketplace. Obu, you had talked to a couple of the villagers. They did not seem willing to answer a lot of questions in this marketplace. It seems like they were in fear of someone hearing what they were talking about.
Yes.
Those, what look like Gith Yankee, are actually hobgoblins with backpacks, like those feathery backpacks from before.
I just...
Yeah. I have a lot of them, so I use them. I don't have a lot of hobgoblins, so
It's fine. It's good.
but this is the general makeup of this area. And you guys were talking about.
Don't touch.
Does it have something in it? Can you open it?
No, don't open it. We don't know yet.
I might be able to open it, but I might break it.
No, you can open it. There's nothing in it.
Okay.
It's just.
It's interactive.
It's more for just a marker.
Oh wait, it's also got little. Oh
That-
my god, it's got like symbols and stuff. It's got ciphers.
Yeah, you could put like symbols on it to tell like how much gold was in it and stuff like that. So I think
Not
it
there
came
yet.
had made.
I got
it. But if you remember, that was the same chest that was open that people were bringing. It was like overflowing with coin.
It has numbers in it. I don't
People
know.
were
I don't
bringing their
understand.
tribute to the king.
You have a 20 intelligence. You understand numbers now.
Yes, I know what's in there.
You know what's in there.
Got nothing.
So, I guess. So the story is told, folks. What would you all like to do?
DM question really quick. To get up to this area that we were, our little cabin.
There's
area-
a like a rope ladder.
rope ladder. Okay, that's what
Yeah,
I thought.
I needed to craft it. I didn't.
That's okay. And then how high up are we versus the ground?
The ground, roughly 300 feet.
300 feet. Okay.
That's a few. That's at least one.
Needed to
So not going there.
clarify
That's
that.
still like my idea.
What was your idea? Oh,
You want to throw
Just dive and tackle them off the
you
edge.
know,
No, just to
As long as you
clarify,
didn't get double
there
your-
is you guys are completely, you have like a thatched building around you,
Right.
and there's a thatched ceiling. There is a door that's kind of like beads that hangs. It's like you should walk through like a bead
Like a
curtain.
dorm room.
Yeah, kind of like that, yeah. And there's like cots inside here. It looks like some empty storage compartments where you can put your gear. They made you feel quite comfortable. They brought you food.
And they told us about that really cool crocodile falls that I got to go like jump off of to get my green paint.
Yeah, the king mentioned that not crocodile falls. It was called the Jade Falls. I believe is what they called it. He said that's where you would find your test.
yes, and that there would be another one of those like little things there, but
Yeah,
somebody did an intelligent or check on him and he was lying.
Yeah, but I did a check on him and
Willow doesn't really trust him.
Okay.
I did a check on him, and I think he's
She done-
up and up, and I
like
want
his
my.
guy,
She-
He thinks he's a swell guy. He's great.
Yeah. That area there too, as well, is also a thatched-in, much larger area with a beaded door in the front that you guys walked into originally spoke to him.
Okay.
Up here on the top, where that kind of device was that was raising and lowering the elevator, so to speak, is being run by those two hobgoblins. Now it has a thatched roof, but it's only held up by like poles, so you can see that device and everything that's going on in there. Those other like little outcroppings and stuff, they have railings on them, but no roof over top.
Okay.
But there's heavy enough, dense foliage around and leaves and things of that nature that when it rains, it doesn't really like mess with anything. Yeah. Cool.
Well,
So are we? And it's evening, right? Or is it what?
Yeah.
it's not
I
now.
would say it's probably like they brought you up dinner, so I'd say it's just like dinner time and whatever you guys would like to do, or we can fast forward if you're just kind of just sitting there in the room. But I figured this would be a good time for you guys to kind of discuss and plan what it is that you would like to do.
Well, I believe my character was freaking out because the thing was glowing and
Yep.
tried to wrap her up even tighter.
Yep.
Yep. There's that, and it's like it's almost like when a light is running out of batteries. It's like trying to light up, and it just kind of gets dim again, and then lights up a little bit more, and then gets dim again. It's
Like those baby dolls that like speak, and whenever you like do the thing, and it has like a demon voice. Yeah, it's like that. I
Right.
feel like it's exactly like
Terrifying.
Let's see that.
And I think
I also
did
mentioned you.
Comic and Silas make the connection that, if I remember, that his was doing that same sort of like pulsing glow when we were talking with him, right?
Yeah, his was actually it was pulsing and glowing, but much greater than Willow's.
So my
Like, there was
question
a lot
about
more
that
of it.
is, does he
Like,
realize
and
what
he
that
wears
means?
it proudly. You can tell, like he had it out, and you made that connection pretty much right away. That's
And-
very similar to what Willow has.
And after seeing Willow with that same sort of flickering glow, does Comic make the connection that they're glowing because they're near each other,
Make
where we've never seen them?
Make an intelligence check.
We also don't know if the
You know what?
big old boss.
I'm
guy
gonna steal
is,
that other purple die.
Oh,
For this?
cashing
Hey,
in.
this
for
may
an
be
intelligence check.
Wait, but didn't we know that? Didn't we
Can
make
we
that
just
stuff?
tell you?
Do we all need to make that roll?
Yeah, did we know that or no?
I mean, you can all make an intelligence check if you'd like.
I think I'll do that, and I'll cast guidance
idea.
on myself
Yeah,
because
if we're all gonna take, then I will leave the die
love
out.
guidance.
Cast guidance. Okay.
Guidance.
Okay. I'm curious why people.
Well, diddly dang it.
I'll roll your guidance
Okay,
too.
so that's
It's a +5.
11.
It's 11.
Hmm.
23?
23.
She's got
Wow.
13.
She's got
I'm
it.
learning so
13.
much
I
about
have
it.
intelligence the 20.
How
Fine.
did the total
8.
do? An 8.
Yeah. One thing about
I don't
rocks.
know about rocks.
You three
I know
don't
nothing
really.
about
I mean,
rocks.
your best guess, maybe because they're near each other, like some kind of energy is feeding off of one or the other. Willow, you don't necessarily think it's because your gems are close in proximity. You believe maybe it's because you're in closer proximity to a dragon.
Oh.
Sorry. Does she share this? Wait, no.
Your
we don't
necklace
even know
almost
anything
like
about the
you feel
dragons,
like
do
your
we?
necklace is like reaching out or beckoning, like that little vibration that you feel. It's almost like it's
Like,
trying
tell
to
me
send
go
signals or something like
Okay.
that out.
I don't know what
So,
to do with this information.
Our goal is to get the stone from this guy, correct?
Uh,
Yeah, it's they're lighting up because they're close, so
Right. Well,
we gotta either get her away from him or get his away from her.
My goal is to hide Willow
Or
and
get them
talk
both
to the
together.
old lady.
well, that sounds crazy
beckoned
because
me.
then if they light up, if they're close together, then if we have 2 of them, they'll just be glowy stones forever.
But don't we have that bag? You can just stick it in the bag.
I'm not sticking mine in the bag.
Maybe you could stick it in the bag, but then tie the bag right there, so then it like sticks there and just doesn't glow.
I don't think that's why it's glowing.
Why?
Then
Why
why is
do
it
you
glowing?
think it's glowing?
It started glowing when we
Wink,
were close
wink.
to this one.
Nudge, nudge.
It feels like something else.
Okay.
Can I insight check the
I
halfling?
don't know.
You can insight check the halfling. Is she?
Guidance!
Are you being kind of like? Are you trying to withhold the information that you know?
Just confused.
Oh, you get guidance, by the way, bro.
That's a
1d4.
I love that we just watch we just watch you slap people all the time.
Oh, I'm
It's a
doing
spell.
It's like the person who watches movies and gets too into them, and they're like, "Oh my god, can you believe it?"
That's a 10.
It's a 10.
Dang.
You get the hunch. I mean, she's just as confused as everybody else.
Oh, okay. All right, Willow. Well,
If you don't know what else, then I still say we take his.
I say I don't like him, so let's ruin his day.
What about all the people here?
Let's make their days better.
There's
That
still
old
all
lady
these,
needs me. We
there's
gotta
still
go
people
talk
in
to
the
her.
marketplace just milling about, children and people of all different races, and it seems like there's humans, goblinoid individuals that don't look as nicely off as these
Sorry about
green
that.
feathers apparently are.
Sorry, I stepped on the kitty.
Oh.
I had to apologize to the kitty. It's like literally smacked out right in the side of my foot.
The baby is like this. It's so cute.
So I'm just gonna look after you. Usually that. Well, if we're gonna ruin his day, why don't we go and talk to him? Take his big chest of gold and just throw it out.
Because down at the bottom, there's a lot of ogres. Up here, there's a lot of flying goblins. We're surrounded, bro. I mean, the equivalent of bro in D&D. Org. Let's just ignore that. Let's start over. We're surrounded. Also, there's that
The big
lady.
ones can't come out.
I want to figure out what's going on in this town because I don't want to do anything that will upset the balance if there's actually some good here. Or if this guy, well, that's not what my character would say. That's what Ramsey's saying. I want to go talk to the old lady because she's weird. She looks sad.
That old lady.
Oh yeah, I talked to an old lady in the marketplace. She's real sad and she looked real beat upon.
I remember when I threw all the money? They took all the money.
Yeah, they took the money away, so if we just...
If we throw all the money back and then deal with them as they're trying to clean up the money, they're distracted.
I don't think that'll work for very long.
This does sound like a good...
It's an entire
plan
chest
later.
of money.
I feel like we need to set up ourselves for success a little bit more before we just go and do that. I want to learn a little bit more before we throw the chest, which I think that would be a good distraction after we do decide to kick his butt, because I'm all for kicking his butt.
I'm gonna peek my head around outside of one of the little windows
Okay.
and just kind of count how many people look like town guards versus
The green feathers or whatever
People.
it is.
Pretty much every one of those miniatures that are on there
okay.
is a green feather. I'm just kind of imagining that there's a marketplace there.
Right. No,
Yeah.
that's fine. I just wanted to make sure that I
Yeah,
got everybody.
The one guy in the middle was the one guy that kind of led you guys up here. The one hobgoblin that led you guys up. Of course, there's the two that are inside the larger hut that were the guards.
Yeah.
That were inside.
We're looking at like 12 to 15.
You also
Possible
remember
enemies.
seeing a few of them down below too, with the hill
Or,
giants.
yeah, or more.
And you saw 3 hill giants down below.
I don't think anything that we do here would be the smartest idea.
If
Unless
did
we go on
anything-
some rogue secret mission in the middle of the night without making any noise, but I don't think any of us are particularly stealthy. Copy.
If we did
Or me.
anything, we would need to take out the elevator first if we did anything. Because we would need to make sure they couldn't have
Well, the other
reinforcements.
problem is if we take out the elevator, how are we going to get down?
I'd be fine. I can shapeshift
Wingsuit.
something. I can
Take the wingsuit.
float, I assume. I can go into squirrel
Maybe we
mode.
can convince the guy to give us some wingsuits before we do all this.
We do,
For
yeah.
for some security insurance.
Oh,
I say
I
let's
think
go
we'd have
talk
to go
to...
do his thing at Jade Falls then.
Maybe it might be a reward for doing that. Plus your paint that you wanted on your face.
Also, Obu did see the same wings on a creature back in the town, so maybe if that's where they're getting the wings, we killed that thing and took its wings.
That's one.
That's one. Who knows how
And you guys
crazy
can
this thing is.
shapeshift but not fly.
What if we talked to one of the guards and figured out exactly how they got the wings?
Can you turn into a sugar glider?
If I've ever seen a sugar glider, which in this world do we have gliders that
It's
are
not
made of
flying, it says falling with
There's
style.
probably flying squirrels of that nature.
Yes, Because I can't flip flap up, but I can glide. Right?
So flap this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can just.
I think when do you get to be able to turn into things that have a flying speed? Does it say?
I think
It's higher level for fly, but I was thinking
Fly.
for
think
fall.
I think you get swim first, right? Is
Yeah,
it
you get
swim and
swim
then you
first.
Swimming,
fly
I think,
after
is
that?
4 and fly is 8, I think.
Eight.
I was thinking like feather
Hey,
fall.
wait, I have a book in front of me. Book
And you have a note card.
that says something about the prize variant.
If you haven't played it, Red Dragon Inn. They don't sponsor us, but hey, sponsor us.
Yeah.
Talk about you.
So at 4th level, I got I could swim, and at 8th level
yeah.
we get to
Yeah,
fly.
we're not there yet.
But I can fall real gracefully, potentially.
And we're all
Everybody can fall real gracefully.
Ah.
Depends on how you hold your arms
When
and
you
legs.
jump down, and hold the
Depends
cup
on how
water,
you can
turn
hold
into a
your
fish.
composure as you're falling to the ground.
He said I could turn into a fish, and he just holds a cup of water, and then I fall.
There you
into
go.
the water.
There you go.
I could just be a squirrel and climb.
Let's
Down.
Let's
Swim
look
to
into
rain,
getting
some forms of little
4
mud puddle at the bottom.
of these backpacks.
Also, this city goes further out. I mean, there's more trees and stuff that combine. Like,
There's a few. There's not much.
okay,
So
this is pretty much the centralized
yeah,
area.
it seems like these were purposely built smaller in proximity.
Okay.
But you kind of have the idea that this probably isn't the only one.
Maybe that woman that I met in the marketplace, maybe she knows more about the goings-on of this town, because I feel like she would be one to tell us actually what's happening, because the guards, I mean, they're going to tell us what's his name?
His name was Zrondon.
What Zrondon's indoctrinated them to say.
Right.
So we would probably have the best bet of getting a good bead on everything if we went and talked to her. What say ye?
Does Kopic think that if he was to throw these people off the side to the ground, would they survive?
Make an intelligence check.
Don't they have the wingsuits?
Why are you testing your intelligence so
I'm
much?
not trying
Guidance!
to.
Guidance!
Hey! That's a 12.
It's well,
That was really disheartening.
maybe. You haven't really seen one of these things in action yet.
I'm not talking about the wingsuit. I'm just talking about if I take a person, rip the suit off them, or rip the backpack off, and just throw the person.
Oh,
I
if
think
you take the
person will
backpack
die.
off?
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen some pretty steep cliffs. You've watched, well, you might have watched a turtle push a doppelganger off a
30
very,
stories.
very big, like 400-foot drop. Didn't go so well for the doppelganger.
Okay.
Folded like an accordion at the bottom.
Oh my god, this is like a Roadrunner.
Yes. Okay. Well, we have 2 leads. We can go see the old lady. Or you can go see the old lady.
She wasn't old.
She was a sweet lady.
She had children, young children.
Okay, so moderately aged woman.
Or we can go learn about a trial.
Cliff jumping!
Por que no las dos? Why don't we go and see the cliff trial in the morning, and tonight I can go and
What
run
language
by.
was that?
That was
You were near
Dwarven.
the window.
there you
Yeah.
Dwarven.
I was
Yeah.
looking
You
at
notice the elevator
Mhm.
come back up, and there are 5 individuals that get off of the elevator.
Yep.
And it's almost as if the crowd kind of goes still a little bit. It's like that, the record screech kind of thing, and they're just all like looking over. You see more green feathers
Okay.
approach. They're the main one that's leading the way. Looks kind of like this.
Great.
He looks kind of like a very big, muscular but hairy goblinoid, much taller than the rest. He also has a large backpack on him as well. Has a weapon kind of hooked to a belt. Seems to be walking with purpose to the king, and he has 2 hobgoblins that they do like the Mighty Ducks flying V. It's like he's in the center. You got your 2 hobgoblins and 2 goblins that seem to be following as well. And they're kind of just looking and kind of giving snarls to some of the people in the marketplace as they move their way up. They climb up into that, up those steps and through the beaded curtain into the king's
Do you want me to go check it out?
residence.
There's 5 people that just came upstairs, up the elevator, and they look like they mean business with the king.
Do you want some assistance? I can scroll it up.
I was just gonna disguise myself and
Yeah.
walk
go for
in or walk near it. Okay, I'm gonna disguise myself as one of the. Let me see if I have another disguise self. We've been casting spells today.
it. I cast guidance on him before he leaves
That'll
as a farewell present.
last for
Though I have no
6
idea if that
seconds.
works.
You can, but guidance only lasts for a minute. So
Walk fast.
Yeah, I suppose. Okay, I'm gonna disguise myself again inside the hut to look like maybe one of the guys over here.
like a hobgoblin.
Yeah.
guy? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You've successfully disguised yourself. You look like one of the hobgoblins with an intricate green feather painted design on his face.
And I'm just gonna walk up to one of the guards next to the hut.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna ask him who were the new guys that walked up.
Oh, that's Vilk and his squad.
What does he want?
King wanted to see him for something.
Well, King wanted to see him. Was he a bodyguard? Big, like general kind of
Oh
guy?
yeah, he's more like a lieutenant of the Green Feather.
Okay. He must have passed the trials with ease. He's big.
He is.
Do you mind if I go in and listen?
The king will not have visitors now.
Is it too late?
No, just no visitors currently.
Okay. Well.
Visiting hours are up. Have to come back in the morning.
There's like a little sign on the door that's been
No
turned.
visitors
We'll
after 8
return in.
Refunds not accepted.
All right. Well, I'm headed back to my post. Thank you. I'm gonna walk back up to the. Well, I'm not trying to cause trouble. I'll come back and just say. Apparently, this guy's like a lieutenant of the Green Feathers. His name is Vilk. And he wanted something, or the king wanted him for some task. Hopefully, it's nothing for us.
Do you think he's on to us? Do you think he called in reinforcements?
I don't know, but I can't go in, so one of y'all might be able to go inside and listen.
Okay.
Not you. As an
Okay.
animal or something.
So what my plan's probably going to be is to go and listen and then tell her telepathically and then go straight to the woman because I can only shift. Well, could I sleep for a little while before I went to...
Probably not a long rest. You could take a short rest, but you're not
Yeah,
going to get a
not a
long
long
rest.
rest.
Why doesn't Will can go?
She got the stone! She's spooky shiny!
You want to risk it?
Spooky shiny.
Do you want to risk your spooky shiny? Do you want to leave it here with me?
No.
Okay. It's fine.
Do you still look like a hobgoblin?
Yeah, for a few more minutes.
Well, yeah, I can go. I can shapeshift, and then I'll stay shapeshifted.
Okay.
But
So you're gonna let them know that as soon as you're done, you're gonna transfer what you hear, and then you're gonna head.
yeah, I'm gonna head to the lady's hut.
Okay.
Gotta be within 30 feet.
30
I don't
feet.
think that's 30 feet.
No.
No, I can scroll back.
Just come back.
Squirrel back.
The problem with all of this though is I think I used a shapeshift to get up here. So I've got one left, and if I go over there and I have to talk to her, I have to get out of shapeshift, and then I can't come back. So I'd have to sleep in the woods, which I can do. I can figure it out. You know what?
Safe.
We're gonna wing it.
Oh boy.
We're gonna wing it
You gonna wing it?
because Obu would wing it.
Obu would wing it.
Obu's gonna say, yeah guys, I'm leaving after this, so if you guys want to, these are the directions to her house, if y'all can somehow find your way over to there. If not, I'll see you when I see ya. Not sure how I'm getting back, but I'll figure it out.
Bye.
Bye y'all. Willow, here's some shawls, and I just hand her a bunch of shawls. I'm like, don't go out anywhere, because nobody knows you're here. You're basically my toddler. I put you in charge, and then I just squirrel it out.
Squirrel out.
I'm a squirrel.
Transform.
Yeah.
I thought I
down to
was
your
already in
squirrel
charge.
form.
Why is he in charge?
And I
In
tell
charge
you
of the boat. I was in
telepathically.
charge of this.
I tell you, because he's not. He's not
Captain.
captain.
Cam says.
And then I want to kind of sneak over here, but I don't want to get too close to any of the animals because I don't want them to smell me or something.
Okay. Make a stealth check.
I can't guidance as a squirrel.
Unfortunately not.
What is
Oh, guys, it's a squirrel with a
Someone
sledgehammer.
asked for it.
Does anybody
What
have a
does stealth take?
squirrel's character
Dex.
sheet?
Dex. Okay,
Dex.
so I
Whatever a
have a
squirrel's dex is, you can add this.
14
I'm
more
guessing
than
it's
5.
probably
Like a
maybe a
1.
0 or a 1 for a squirrel.
For stealth?
For a dex, yeah.
For a
for
dex
dex.
bonus, yeah, because they're.
You
Are
hand
squirrels
me
in the
that,
book?
that monster manual right there really quick.
Let's see here.
I would like to say I'm the prettiest squirrel there ever was.
So there's no
prettiest
squirrel in
squirrel
here.
there was.
Yeah.
That's a minus 1.
I got a
usually.
rat. Michael, I got a rat's got a 0
For dex?
for a dex.
Hmm,
Yeah, that's
interesting.
the closest to
That's the closest to a squirrel we can get.
But see, like,
spider.
Is this-
Bat
Someone-
4.
Is this
Cat's got a +2.
Dex plus 1 on whatever side this.
I'd probably say let's go ahead with a +1 bonus.
There you go.
okay, I got a 15 in stealth.
15. That's pretty good.
Thank God.
So you make your way over to. We'll check one thing very quickly.
The end of the yapping puppy.
Yeah, 15 is really good.
Thank God.
Nice.
They're like, what's this squirrel doing again? Kill it!
Good. Kick it. Perfect. So you make your way. You kind of.
Cook it.
I would say you probably like jumped a couple of trees, limbs, and stuff, and you kind of made your way over. I don't have the music, but it's kind of like the Mission Impossible theme. As you're kind of making your way over there, you get close to the side of the thatch, and you kind of rest your ear beside the thatch. You can hear some voices coming from it. Go ahead and make a perception check as you're listening in. I don't know if squirrels get any benefits
Get
to.
any benefits to perception?
What is their wisdom? Is wisdom
Are
perception?
squirrels pretty
0.
smart? They're pretty
Probably.
dumb. They're pretty dumb. Wait, but I keep my wisdom.
Do that.
They're probably perceptive, but they're not very intelligent. Probably. Yeah, you keep your wisdom.
And
yeah,
You keep
I
wisdom
keep my
and your mental.
intelligent.
yeah,
I
you keep your
mental.
mental. So you use all your own perception skills. Yes.
18.
18. That is good. You can clearly hear the king talking to. Sounds like someone else.
Oh.
And you hear. Supposedly they came by ship.
Oh no.
Did we send our ship back out to port?
We did.
We did. We're good. Okay, cool. That's good.
Yeah. Are you sure it's still there? I don't know. That's why I asked for you to get here. I need eyes on it. See what you can find out. Tonight. Bring that information to me back as soon as you can. Do not delay. It's time we gathered more troops. We can gain our power through numbers. We already have this island. With the help of Grandet, it will be perfect. And you can hear him kind of chuckle a little bit through the thatch. Mm-hmm. You think that little pet of yours is always going to serve you so loyally? As long as I have this, I can make it do whatever I want.
Can I roll to see if that pet is a dragon? Wait, no, I don't know him. Dang it! I'm gonna tell you guys everything. Some pet controlled by necklace. Necklace.
I think that'll be enough.
Control. And in perfect
I
Obu
think I was
fashion.
gonna catch on to that.
20 intelligence, maybe.
And so you hear the other voice, like deeper billowing voices. Sure, I'll take the squad and we'll check it out. We'll scope it out. We'll let you know what it's like. If it's worth it. The last ship you saw was nothing but garbage. Well, the one big one that came here earlier said it was a formidable vessel. So we shall see.
They trying to swipe our ship. Trying to swipe ship. Okay.
And then you hear, carry on with it. And then you just hear footsteps. And you hear beads. And then you hear footsteps going down those steps.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a big clunky footsteps followed by some other footsteps.
Okay.
And they appear to be leaving.
I want to wait about 5 minutes or so, and then I want to make my way back over.
Okay. Make an additional stealth check.
Oh god.
You make your way back over.
5 minutes are gonna be gone by then.
That is 13, 14.
14? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hide behind a couple of those little crates. Make your way.
Also,
stealthily.
in squirrel fashion, I go out, and then I go back in, and then I go out
Go
again.
out again?
Yeah.
Then go back
And then
in.
I go.
And then you go out, and then you go left, and then you go right, and then you go left, and then you go right.
Yes. I want to get back up there, and then I want to forget that I had to talk to telepathically. I want to start chittering at her. And then I want to basically tell her,
Squeaker, squeaking.
yeah,
Squeaker, squeak.
Pulling out a javelin.
I flick my tail.
Yeah, so you're back there as a squirrel.
I want to tell them.
Like doing all these hands, freaking out.
So they have their eyes on our ship. They're sending the lieutenant out there to take stock of it. I don't know if that means that they're trying to jack it. It sounds like he's trying to overtake other islands. I don't really know. Maybe they haven't been able to get off this island because they don't have a ship. I don't know. But it sounds like they're trying to jack something. They're sending in for more troops. There was an individual named Grandette. They said that he's going to help give them power to do whatever they're trying to do, potentially with overtaking the islands. And then he also has some pet that he's apparently controlling with the necklace. And that's how he's in power. Or at least that's what I've gathered from here. Yeah, and the last note was trying to swipe ship. That's it.
Willow knows enough now to put all this together.
You have to tie it into a nice little package to get to the rest of it.
I sit and I say, okay, what say you about all that?
You're screwed. So the squirrel said.
I just go,
Willow kind of gives you guys the rundown and
Yeah.
lets you guys know everything that the squirrel telepathically told Willow.
No, the pet was. Would that be? The ship's not at the port, thankfully. Remember, I sent it back out to sea.
Yeah, all that's at port right now is one of your little rowboats.
Yeah.
That you guys rode in
We
on.
can figure that out later.
I think the pet is a dragon.
The griffin,
No,
the little thing.
a dragon.
Well, he had two things up, two
No.
pets up there.
A dragon.
Right, I understand. A dragon, but he had two things next to him. The beak, and then the little one. I don't remember what that one looked like.
I want to
I'm
tell
gonna
him.
ask you.
The little creature?
Yeah.
It looked like a bird at first, but when you got closer, you realized it had like mechanical metal parts. Not like anything you've ever seen before.
Yeah, so
It's
they have
strange.
mechanical dragons and griffins. I don't see a dragon.
I want to scream
No,
at you.
A real dragon.
Where?
I don't know. It
I'm
has to do with
screaming
the
at you.
stones. I don't know.
It must be somewhere else.
They have wings. They can fly to the ship.
Well, we're not gonna beat them there.
No! Wait a minute, but the
have
shore
wings.
didn't have very tall buildings they could glide off of. They can't just go whoop whoop whoop.
Yeah, they're not. I don't think they're
how
flapping
birds
those
fly.
wings. They're like glider kind of thing.
Why is this stupid little thing chittering at me?
I'd like to think that Willow is just incessantly
constantly
inundated with
translating.
these like messages. She's like, "Oh my god, okay guys, stop pissing the squirrel off."
Topic. The boat's fine. Unless they have another boat to get out to our boat. I don't think they do. I think we're okay.
Exception.
And I think our crew can manage if they see another incoming ship. Or they're gonna leave us and we're just stuck here anyways. So, either way. we're Okay. I wouldn't worry. We might take this opportunity to do something while they're gone.
I'm gonna just point at myself and be like, "Old lady, kinda old lady, little kids, me, go. Bye."
The squirrel picks up this stick and starts like
On the road again. I got like a little picnic basket tied to it. I'm just-
Yeah.
doing the Yoda walk.
Yeah.
Can I pick up and scruff the squirrel?
You pick up the squirrel's just sitting there.
I asked Willow, "Is he
Doesn't
coming
seem to
along
bother
or
the squirrel
something?"
any. The squirrel.
Do you
Are
need
you
to
going
go?
with her?
So,
Why don't you two go together?
He can't sneak. I
He
tell
can,
her.
He can actively walk.
Yeah, they know he's here.
He's got legs.
Remember, he walked up here just the way he was. And I believe you were were you a Goliath whenever you guys first
Yeah.
came up? Yeah, so they believe that
Yeah.
it's just 2 Goliaths up here.
She was worried, though, that if anybody saw anybody talking to her, that she would get punished for speaking out. So I don't want any of this information to end up hurting her.
Brought the squirrel and
Squirrel says stay here.
How about this? If I'm not back within 30 minutes, then come and get me.
okay.
I tell you the
Got it.
information.
You gotta remember, it's a 3 mile. She said 3 miles.
3 miles.
We're coming in 30 minutes.
That's
No, you're making it 30 minutes.
Papa goes down. He's going out to the marketplace to do some shopping.
Okay.
He was told 30 minutes, so
An
it's-
hour. Well, 30 minutes. Okay, so I've got 30 minutes to get further along than him, and then he'll meet me. It'll end up working out. Sure. Stick by the 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Yeah. And I book it.
You booking it?
I'm booking it.
To the directions that the woman gave.
Yes.
Okay. So you crawl down one of the massive trees. Around it, you know, as
Yeah.
you go down. You never go straight. You just go around it. Make your way. Kopic is spending some time in the marketplace.
He's like,
just sort of literally just making it so people see that I'm still here.
It
It's sort
seems
of like wandering around, you know.
It seems like about now things are starting to thin out a little bit. A lot of people are taking their return journey down the elevator and dispersing back to wherever it is they came from.
Is there anywhere that sells alcohol?
They do. There is a
Oh,
place.
no.
There is a little table set up that sells some.
Anywhere that sells casks or anything?
It's just like a simple ale. Like it seems like as if there's nothing like. It's not like fancy or anything. It's just,
Right, it doesn't matter if it's cheap, just looking if they sell a couple of casks.
Not by the cask. They'll basically just give you a mug.
Let's get some giants drunk. Mug ain't gonna cut it.
But yeah, it just looks like it's just a crude kind of simple.
I'll drop a couple of copper, take a mug of ale, and just sort of wander around the market, drinking.
Yeah, the
Kinda
person kind of gestures, thank you for the business. Even the merchants don't look well off. You know, even the merchants, they may look a little bit better off than the people that are actually there buying things, but they don't even look that well off. But yeah, you're spending some time in there. Eventually, you do see the king walk out of his area. He has basically a leash on this griffin, and he escorts the griffin down into the marketplace. His guards kind of both by his side, and this little flapping bird creature that was just that strange little thing kind of like flapping around, kind of like just spinning circles above his head. And he starts to address what's left of the crowd. Well, it seems, it's the end of the week. It's my time to go turn in our homage payments to the Green Dragon.
What?
And he announces this all to the marketplace, and as he says Green Dragon, you feel like that tension, that fear among the people.
We hear it up there
Oh,
too.
yeah, you can hear it loud and clear. Yeah, he's making sure everybody can hear what he's saying. And you can see the 2 guards come out. Each guard has an end of that treasure chest, and they're carrying it behind. A couple coins like fall out onto the floor and roll off of the edge and disappear 300 feet down. One of them goes, hits the squirrel in the back of the head.
what was the color of his
Green.
stone?
It was green. It was jade.
And yours is
Purple.
Mhm.
But my
aren't purple dragons spooky?
dragon was not purple.
Good, you
Silver?
said my
Vision that you had was
It's
silver.
silver, yeah.
Mhm. Yep. But he also addresses the crowd. He's like, I will leave on my journey right away. I hope everybody's paid up. And he looks around at everybody. I would hate to make the dragon angry. And you can feel like the people like almost trembling around you as this takes place. And he gets aboard the saddle on the back of this griffin. The griffin actually has this elaborate headdress that's wearing too, of like green and white feathers and stuff like that.
We should have seen
He
that.
looks at his guards. He's like, "Don't be too far behind." And the griffin starts taking off, and then you watch as they take the chest, and it looks like they're strapping it onto some kind of other platform and device that's connected with ropes and pulleys and other things, and it folds up almost like this little like cart on the side, like some kind of contraption that holds it at bay. And they attach it to these harnesses almost like they have around their belts, and then they pull these strings as they're next to the edge. When they pull their strings, these wings kind of go like this. They go and flap out in the back, and they're these beautiful feathered bird wings, like hang gliders. And they look at each other, give each other a nod, and they basically leap off at the same time and just start gliding, and this little chest just kind of floats down like in between them, attached with some rope.
Which direction do they jump off?
It would be in the direction of Kristen, basically that direction, which is the opposite way of which way you came.
Right, so further into the island.
Further into the island, yes.
Is that hobgoblin that escorted us up here still milling about?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's gesturing to some of the merchants. It's kind of like time to wrap it up. You know, we gotta get this closed up.
Cap's gonna walk over and start giving him a little bit of a like shoulder elbow bump. Gonna ask you, man. Tyrion was telling me about the challenge. If I complete the challenge, can I get a fancy set of wings like that?
Absolutely. Once you have the blessing of the gods, you earn your paint and you earn your wings.
It's Mary Poppins, y'all. I'm still in my shapeshift form. Unless it's been an hour.
How long has it been?
Hasn't been an hour.
Okay.
Probably 30 minutes.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'm not going down. Are you okay by yourself up here?
I'm fine.
Okay. Just jump in the storage container or something. Never mind. I'm gonna walk down again, still in my form.
All these implied short jokes. it's like
Necessary.
They're not implied, they're inappropriate. I'm gonna walk up to the same guard that was up in front of the king's kind of bungalow area.
Actually, all those guys are gone.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going inside.
You're inside. Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna look around.
Okay. Make a perception. We'll call this investigation.
Okay.
You're kind of looking for clues and some different things, I would say. Oh, gonna use it? Oh,
I'm gonna use this. Okay. Yeah, I need it. Investigation, you said?
Investigation, yes.
Okay. Come on, thing. Investigation. It's 2, so 12.
12?
Yeah.
You do notice that throne that he was sitting in
Mm-hmm.
has gemstones inlaid in it.
Okay.
But really, other than that, there's not much else in here. It looks like everything was taken with them.
Yeah.
You can see there's like a makeshift bed set off to the side for the griffin and stuff like that. Some bones of some small creatures that it must have had for dinner. But other than that,
Is the little mechanical thing still in there?
it's not.
Okay.
Nothing's in there.
Okay.
Just the throne and that little pedestal, basically. They took the treasure chest with them. It's just that throne.
Okay.
Those guys came from... Those guys are still there. Those two on the end. Just on the top part, those guys aren't.
How big are those stones above the... Big?
Pretty big.
I'm gonna rip the green one out.
Can I rip the green one that's not out?
Just the green one.
Okay. What are you going to use?
I'm gonna use the end of my staff and try and pop it out.
Okay. Go ahead and make a... we'll call this an athletics check. You're all good.
Oh, it's +0. So 12 again.
12. Yeah, the staff, because it's blunt-ended, it's really hard to get any leverage on it. You feel like if you had like a bladed weapon or a dagger.
I do have a dagger.
If you have a dagger,
I'm gonna try again.
you can make it with advantage with a dagger.
That's yours.
Oh, yeah, gotcha. They are out of advantage dice, folks. So if you want to give some bits to help us out,
Since
If I roll doubles, do I get to roll again? It's Monopoly.
Unfortunately, this is a Monopoly.
Yeah, 8 that time.
8 that time?
Yeah.
Man, they got this into good.
Okay. It's probably better that I don't take it.
Probably.
Does this
I'm
mean
gonna-
this is automatically an extra provo die because it's purple? Does that work?
No, that's not how this works.
Okay.
Wait a second. Oh, Blitz Graybeard.
Pay to win.
Pay to
D&D.
win, D&D. There you go. There's your,
Wait a minute. I
there's your-
think I suddenly have to re-up my subscription.
Pay to win. All right. Cool. I guess I'm satisfied since I didn't find anything else. I'm gonna walk my way back out.
Okay.
And I'm gonna walk up to. Well,
As you walk out, that one guy, that's that hobgoblin, what are you doing in there?
I was going to make sure the boss didn't leave anything behind. And set it aside for him until he comes back.
Make a deception check.
Didn't want any commoners to come by and snatch up gold that belongs to the dragon. Deception.
Make it with advantage with that last thing that you
Okay.
just said.
I'm trying here, you guys. Deception's +5. I'm getting new dice. 17.
17?
Yeah.
You gotta think of 12s tonight.
We don't want that thing coming anywhere near us. Terrifying.
Absolutely right. Have you seen it? Is it flown over?
If it's flown over a few times, just caught a glimpse. I've heard what it's done to people.
I mean, it should always
I
be
think I just gave
down
bits.
below every time it flies over.
I heard that a couple of the
Point for the
let me see, let me get a good name here. One of the Shagdag squad
coffee hit here.
got to
The Shagdag Squad?
Shagdag.
The Shagdag
Got-
Squad.
got what is it? Got caught up in it. It's breathed this terrible gas onto all of them, melted some of their flesh away.
Oh, they must look rough now.
Well, if they were still alive.
I bet they look really rough now.
Oh my god, you're like the person
A socially awkward person at parties that's just like, I really don't want to be here.
Yeah. All of a sudden, this guy's like, not sure he wants to hang out with you
Yeah.
anymore. He just, okay, well, you be safe.
Which squad went with the king today? This week?
No, that's his honor guard. They're with him all the time.
Alright, you take it easy. Be safe.
You too.
Stop
Walk
it.
away and then I quickly
you like skip away.
not having turtle legs is relieving.
Yep. So you got that information.
Okay, I'm gonna walk around for a moment. I'll kind of like go behind some of the little tents and things, and then make my way back up to the
Okay.
hut.
Yeah. Easy enough. Sure thing.
Okay.
Obu, you're traveling through the forest. It's not night per se, but just the fact that it's getting later in the day is making it darker in the forest. It's 3 miles, so probably a squirrel could probably move about 2 miles per hour, 3 miles per hour maybe. So it'd probably take her probably at least an hour.
Let's find out.
How fast can squirrels go?
Hey
Hey, Jack.
hey chat, can you Google how fast a
can
squirrel
run?
It's about 10.
I think they probably have like a
Hey,
30
if you
feet
like
regular
climb a
speed,
tree
so it'd
and
be
jump
insane.
from branch
What? 20 miles per hour? What? No, thank you.
Probably in
Like,
short bursts,
yeah.
like if they were being chased by an owl or something,
Yeah.
you know.
How long can squirrels run long distance?
It's just marathon.
I would say probably take in squirrel
Squirrel.
form if you use the trees. I would say probably about an hour and a half. So 30 minutes into your journey, she told you 30 minutes. She's not back.
I take the lift down. She did not give me directions, so
I did give you directions. I told them. I told everyone.
Okay.
If she translated, you know.
Then I am heading the rough direction. Just taking the lift
So you're
down.
following too. Okay.
I have like, it's been 30 minutes.
He's down.
Okay, I have about
You have about
40.
an hour.
I have about 20
40 minutes to an hour left on your journey.
Okay, I have
Yeah.
20 minutes left of my
Of your wild shape?
wild shape, so I'm just gonna.
I thought you can stay in your wild shape as much as your level.
I think it says just for an hour.
No, I think it's either like 1 hour per level or it's your level rounded down somehow. Next page.
Next.
Wild shape. Starting at second level, you can use this feature twice. Okay. Your druid level determines the beast you can transform into. Ah! You can stay into your beast shape for a number of hours equal to half your druid level, rounded down. 2 hours. I got 2 hours.
2 hours. Yeah, you got 2 hours.
Are we 6?
Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna stay in there. I'm just gonna keep on trucking.
Keep on trucking. Are you guys staying put, or are you guys following suit with Kopic?
I don't know what
I
else to
can't
do right now.
go anywhere.
Oh, we could make it work.
I have a distinct feeling that going to this lady's house is gonna teach us absolutely nothing. But that's fine. I decided.
It might be closer. Is it in the same direction as the dragon? Or where they flew?
It's in
Kinda
a
off.
different direction. It's like if you guys came from, I would say you guys came from the eastern side of the island. It seems like the king went west. But you guys are, she's traveling more south, like southwestern almost.
Okay. And we can
Was the
go.
direction.
I went this
Do we
way.
need to go? I feel like we're in danger here. The longer we stay, the more likely they're gonna come back. What if he comes back tonight?
If I sneak out, it should probably be now.
Yeah, he's not here.
Before he knows I'm here.
Can we take... There's nothing to take. You gonna help me get this gem off of his throne before we go?
Why?
I went in there as a really big green... I mean, there's a bunch of gems, but I thought the green one might be important. Or
Sorry, I gotta
he'll be upset
ban
that it's
somebody.
gone. Because it's green and he likes green.
Don't you just...
I need some. Put it on the front of the boat. Put it at the end of the boat.
It's all about you and your
It is the
boat.
Emerald Fate, after all. Can you please help me take this gem before we go?
Sure.
Alright, we're gonna go take the gem.
I timed them both out. I'll give them a shot. Please
Okay.
don't advertise.
Yeah, please don't advertise. We don't want to purchase being famous. Thank you.
We're already famous.
It's
fine.
In all the
So,
right circles.
it looks like we have a new subscriber. Wow. Whoa.
gotta share it.
It's not. How do I share that?
Is it,
Click on the
is it
picture.
gonna,
You should see, that's just a subscribe.
we're gonna go steal a gem.
Here you go. I'll give it to you. I believe you.
picture.
Oh, sorry about that.
It's lost
It's
in the
lost
forest.
forever. It's lost in the forest.
Okay.
Return.
So now if you...
Alright.
So how are you going about doing this?
So
No
I'm
idea.
still
You're
disguised.
still disguised.
Go back to...
Back again. Okay, close
You
the
said
window,
there's
like
storage
something.
containers in our
And
room
then
to
we
put our
open it.
gear in.
Yeah, like
Now if you click the picture...
You have to go
like a
inside.
wooden footlocker
I'm
crate
not
type
getting
thing.
in that.
And then you,
Oh, so,
I
there
mean,
you go.
it would be pretty tight. Like she would be
I just-
crammed into it.
No, it shows me
something
everything.
small. Well, then that would be your last one for the day.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Just
Just what?
please get in there, and then
I'm
I'll.
not getting in that.
I have a distinct squirrely feeling that something is amiss.
You always have that feeling.
I'm just always paranoid. It's the squirrel way.
I don't know what else to do, and I really think we should do this.
I'm not getting in that.
Do you want me to like distract the guards while you go get it? Is it worth it? Do I have to give up on my dream? It's not as important as everything else going on. Come on, let's go. Let's go find the old lady in the woods with our squirrel and Goliath friend.
I don't know what to do with them.
If you can telepathically tell me that, I mean, but you can't, so I'm just walking along.
Are you sure you don't want the gem? I'm sure.
You want the gem.
Right. And sure you can't help me get the gem.
How am I supposed to get out? Let's focus on that first.
Well, if you
They have a bunch of
stay
my shawls.
shapeshifted, then we're good. But then you can't really help me.
Yeah, how?
You could
What
be like a
would I-
cat. And you could just like bite. It's like this big, so
She
get
had
a
like
big cat.
claws.
I don't think a cat could bite one of the.
I'm running out of ideas
I
here. I'm
see
pulling for
that.
straws. I'm My time on my spell is running out. We gotta figure something out. And Kopic is probably in a ditch somewhere.
And what if we don't even find them and they come back? And we're not here. Also a problem.
Oh
We know how
yeah,
to
we
get to
never
a
said
lake.
if
We
we
don't
were.
want to leave
But
a
she
note.
said she was gonna stay there. Well, no, you said you're coming back.
I was coming back. If I had to though, I was gonna sleep in the woods if I had to.
But we need to find them. We can track them, right? You can make your way through the woods.
Well, after Kopic, probably.
Fairwood does not have dark vision, so he's just running around with a torch in his hand.
Which way? Just tree branches are breaking everywhere. Like,
Wait,
Do I hear him? Does he catch up to me because he has a longer stride?
no, he probably wouldn't catch up to you because he's probably tripping over things,
Oh my
and
God.
he's basically just making his way through the forest in the
Speak up
direction
for
you told him to go.
is that guy that
Oh no,
asked
I
me
need to hear you
that I had
because
that
I need to
awkward
come save
conversation
you.
with? Is he still standing near the
Yeah,
cave?
he's kind of like finishing up, kind of shooing all the merchants towards the elevator. You know, they've been
Yeah.
pretty much going non-stop, getting people down to the bottom. It seems like almost every day, like these merchants come, and it seems like these tables are all set up here all the time, but like different merchants come.
It's like a flea market.
It's like a flea market.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So once they all clear out, do the guards leave too? Do we need to ask?
You wouldn't know unless you talk to somebody about it. But
Okay.
as of right now, you've seen those outposts have always had at least two
Okay, so people are
People-
still here.
watching, you know, out and about.
And where is this guy standing? Can I just use one of these?
Is he not?
No, we
Yeah,
took
he's-
him.
yeah, he's
Oh,
not-
that guy there.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I
he's
couldn't
down there.
see
He's
him.
just going around the
Better
market,
idea to go do the test.
making sure everybody gets everything boxed up and put on the elevator. Sometimes he does actually help some people. If he sees like an older woman who's having a hard time getting to the elevator, he helps them over there.
But he's kind of the only one standing in this big circle.
Yeah, seems like the other ones, the two up there, are busy working the mechanism for the elevator,
And they're looking out.
and they're just like, it looks like lookouts.
You're just gonna have to sneak it. We can do it. I'll be fine, but you gotta sneak. And I'll give you the all clear when he's doing something stupid. Moving boxes. We gotta go now, because they're almost done.
And they were like, I've seen no halflings at all, right?
You have not seen halflings.
Are there any short people?
They're short people.
Okay.
Yeah, actually,
There's
the,
goblins in it.
the humans here are actually much shorter than a lot of the humans
hood?
that you guys are used to seeing.
Is there a hood on your cloak?
I
Just
have
throw,
like 5 scarves on.
Yes.
throw it over your head.
Just got two
Stack it up
eyes
to about,
sticking out.
Two eyes.
stack it up to about here so you look a little bit taller.
It's
And we'll
canon. I have
stuff
an
them in your
unlimited amount of
shoes.
scarves.
Okay.
Stuff in my shoes.
What are you ready?
We'll make you tall.
My stuffing scarves in my shoes.
We're gonna win. Let's go. I'm gonna try and just walk. We're going. I'm leaving. We're going down, and I'm just gonna kind of walk in behind some of those tents that are still being broken down
Okay.
as people are moving, and try and make my way back to those stairs again.
So you're gonna head back to where the gem
Yeah.
was? Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make a. Are you trying to be? You're trying to be stealthy this time.
Yeah.
So go ahead and make a stealth check.
What dice? One of these.
Willow, what exactly? Are you just gonna go ahead and walk out there and just head towards the elevator?
It's like my 8th 8 in a row.
Try this one next. This one's
I
lucky.
did not agree to this
It's
plan.
too late, but
Is it
Try
an
it
8?
next.
it's hold
How
on.
tall are these boxes? If I stand behind it,
Oh yeah, easily. You can just
Okay.
kind of.
See.
I'm gonna
I mean,
go-
those big crates and stuff are pretty much to scale. So
Okay, cool.
7
She's a
on
foil
my
in a half
stealth
body.
check.
yeah, you're making your way. You bump into somebody that's taking their little leather tarp down from their hut. And, hey, watch it! And then you just can
I'm like, hurry up and get out of here.
I'm working on it. You seem like he's got. The other guy that's been walking around kind of notices you as all that kind of commotion is going on.
Do I notice him notice me?
Yeah, you probably do. your perception's high enough that you would notice that he's keeping an eye on you as
Okay.
you're making your way back over that direction.
I'm gonna grab a box from one of the guys and like just start looking like I'm stacking them.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Stacking some crates.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of peek out of the door and wait for the signal that somebody said he's going to give me.
Okay.
Is there a moment when he's not looking?
I mean, yeah, he just every now and then he takes his eyes and he just glances over towards you just to make sure there's no other commotion going on.
I'm gonna give him like the stare down.
He gives you a really quizzical look and then just turns away and just starts.
Just want to make him feel uncomfortable, and then I'm like,
You definitely succeeded.
Alright, when he motions, I guess I'll
Alright.
sneak to behind whatever boxes you're near.
Okay.
yeah, I guess.
Did you,
You can-
stack them so I can hide behind
You
it?
can,
Unintentionally, yes.
you can make a stealth check.
Where's my stuff? Okay, 14.
14.
Thank you, though.
You sure?
Maybe later.
That's
I'll
good.
put it over here.
Yeah, you make it up. You hide behind a couple of these boxes that are stacked up.
Sorry.
By Silas, who you
Use
can
the
see,
purple.
like, you pretty much have. You're down there in the market. You got a clear shot to the elevator.
I'm gonna hand her the dagger. There's no one in there. Just go in there and pop it out. Come right back. And I'm gonna keep kind of moving boxes around.
Okay. Yeah, you go.
If you
and
get
help
her
other
caught
people.
forgetting your
Um,
stupid thing,
so
oh, who's gonna rip you alive? Like, to pieces.
This is so worth it.
I'm just saying,
Is
she
it-
has a wild shape. She could jump out at a tree and it would be him that gets caught.
I'm okay with it.
Very true.
This D&D
Keeping that
session turned
handy.
out into this green gem heist here.
For no reason whatsoever.
You put
Willow
the green
just has
turtle
this-
with the green boat with the green gem.
Theme.
He needs it.
You should get it
How
and
big
then
is
dump
this
it off
gem
the
again?
side.
It's huge.
It's pretty big.
How
It's
big is
like
it
this.
compared to Willow?
So Willow?
Yeah.
I mean,
Size of her head.
it's a pretty big gem.
Alright.
Then it's
I guess I'm-
paste.
Probably a little bit bigger than this Mountain Dew can.
Sweet. Worth it.
But round.
Yeah, but more like round. Actually, it's got a more. It kind of got more like a Superman kind of diamond
Okay.
shape to it.
Sweet.
It's got a cut to it.
You should get
It's
it,
the master
look him
plan.
in the eye, and then throw it over.
Just toss
That's
it.
what I think of it. Then turn into a squirrel and go.
Where'd you go?
I'm gonna go, I guess.
Okay.
Is he looking? Distracted.
It seems like you guys are. You wait to a moment where their backs are turned, and he seems to be helping somebody with a crate over towards the elevator. Looks like the other guards are just kind of busy having their own conversations over there. So you can use the same 14 if you want, or you can roll again.
Yep, I'll use that 14.
Use that 14. You kind of slink through the beads. They wrestle a little bit, and you're just like you grab them and try to like stop them. And no one seems to notice you. Get into the throne room.
Can I even reach the green gem?
You can, but you'll be on your tippy toes.
Okay.
Or you can kind of climb up the side and get on top of the throne.
Oh my god.
Is there space behind the throne that if someone comes in, I can kind of just crouch
Oh
behind
yeah,
it?
easily. You can hide
Okay.
behind the crown. Or
So
the
I'm
throne,
gonna
yeah.
do that. I'm gonna be at like the top of it and then
Top
just
of it.
let go if someone comes in.
Willow grabs a hold of the top, leaps up, grabs a hold of the throne, and pulls herself up. She's up there. She's got all these like scarves around her head. And you're up there next to the green gem at the top of the throne.
Alright, I have a dagger.
Have a dagger?
I
Okay.
do.
Go ahead and make an athletics check with advantage using the
Nice.
dagger to yank this thing out.
Oh my
There you go.
16 plus 2, 18.
Ding, ding,
Oh, no.
ding. Falls down onto the front of that little platform. It's just laying there resting.
I'm gonna grab it and shove it into my bag of holding.
Okay. Easily done.
I kind of see through the beads.
Yeah, you
without
can
going
see,
out.
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try to peek and see if anyone heard that.
Doesn't appear that anybody did. Everybody's still busy. It looks like there's only a few more merchants left that are getting packed up, though.
I'm making sure. I'll look around again, make sure there's nobody around.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like... occasionally you'll see one of those guys like kind of lean back up against the railing and just kind of look towards everybody. Just like they're bored, you know, just looking around. Then they turn around and start having a conversation with the goblin again or something like that. And yeah, you have it in your bag of holding and he's waving you out. Like,
All right, I'm gonna go.
all right. You go back up to the crates.
I'm gonna grab another
Stressful.
crate to help somebody, and I'm just gonna say, "Walk with me," and we're gonna walk together to the elevator
Okay.
while I'm holding one of the crates. And
She's
I
just like
guess
walking
I
right beside the crate.
agree.
The
try
crates
and
are kind
just
of
like hide on the elevator.
stacked up. Willow kind of tucks up behind a couple of the crates that you stack up on the elevator. And as you're standing there, eventually the elevator just goes.
I'm gonna like reach my hand behind
There's
the
a
crate
couple
like
merchants
this.
like standing on
Yeah.
the elevator with you guys. Just like sitting there waiting, twiddling their thumbs. Imagine creepy medieval elevator music, you know, that plays again.
I'm gonna reach my hand behind the box like this for like a high five, fully expecting nothing.
You get nothing.
You
Okay.
get exactly what you expected.
Perfect.
Excellent. And eventually the elevator touches down, and it seems like the merchants kind of disperse with some crates, and are just kind of lugging them. There's not really any roads here, so there's no horse and buggy or carts or anything to help them carry. You see a lot of them just like kind of putting these things over their shoulders and just kind of walking with their merchandise.
Okay.
And pretty much dispersing in different directions.
Let's go.
No, they're not mine. Let's go. Can't take a box. Going home.
You're worried about the box not being yours?
Someone's gonna get mad.
One guy walks up, excuse me, that's mine. He picks it up, starts walking away.
Wasn't mine. Let's go.
We're gonna head south.
Alright, so you guys head south.
Get me out of here.
That was awesome, guys. That was really awesome.
Stressed.
For nothing.
Obu, eventually you arrive at your destination. You can see that there are two what look to be simple tents at this location that you were told to come to. There's looks like a small fire with stones around it. Looks like it's a cooking pot like sitting on top of it. Looks like there is a makeshift kind of clothing line that wraps between two trees with articles of clothing. Not very many, just like hanging out to dry.
Okay.
And it's starting to it's pretty dark now. It's been another hour and a half after dinner. Pretty dark in here.
Okay. Can I survey around to see if I can spot the lady that I saw earlier and see if I see anybody else?
Yeah, you see her. She's out by the fire. It looks like she's scooping some food into some simple wooden bowls.
Is that the only person around?
You can see. It looks like the little boy that you saw is kind of like running around the tents. Looks like he's playing. Doesn't really have any toys or anything. He's just like running, doing like loops around the.
Are there any
tents.
like little seating areas around the little fire? Like, is there?
Yeah, it looks like they just got some logs like placed around.
I want to sit on the log as a squirrel and go like this as a squirrel, and then turn back into open.
In a pose.
And I want to say hello.
Oh my dear! She's like startled at first. It's were you disguised at all the last time you spoke to her? You just covered your ears, I think, is what you said. You did.
I just had on the scarves, and then I had her as a baby.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's what happened to your child?
She's being babysat right now.
Oh, babysat.
You don't sit on the baby, I promise.
Okay.
It was a weird term.
That is
Yeah.
very awkward terminology.
Yes, she is being watched by a compatriot.
Fair enough. Would you like something to eat?
Actually, can you spare any?
Absolutely, we got plenty.
You do? Okay. Just want to make sure.
Yes. And she scoops up some. I'm not really sure what it is. It's not the greatest smelling stuff in the world, but looks like there's some kind of plants and things mixed into some kind of soup.
I've somehow I really like this lady for no apparent reason, and so I look at her and I look at the food and I just go for it and I just take a bite.
Okay, yeah. Very powerful onion taste to it.
I like onion. That's fine.
But other than that, it's bearable. You'll just have terrible breath for the next 4 hours.
That's fine. I was a squirrel. I assume squirrels or other animals have bad breath as well. So it's pretty much the same for me. Thank you so much for letting me come out here and meet you. I just wanted to kind of get some more information about the town. Considering the display that we saw earlier with the coins in the marketplace, I was a little bit worried about the treatment of you humans here.
She just kind of chuckles at you humans here. We are the ancestors of the Azrians.
Do tell.
My name is Omi. Nice. And yours?
Oh, boo! We have very similar names. Oh man.
Oh man.
That's terrible.
This conversation got to a real awkward start.
I don't talk to you humans very often. Omi is the village.
Omi,
lady.
this is my daughter, Michelle.
Michelle?
And that there, and points to the boy who's running around, is Ibram.
You have beautiful children. Beautiful spawn. I want to say spawn.
Wait, thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, we used to be much better.
How so?
Well, before the Jade Feather, of course.
That's what I wanted to ask you. How long has the Jade Feather been here? We saw some settlements out around the outskirts of the islands. You said that you're descendants of the Azrians?
Azrians, yes. Tried to settle this place centuries ago. They didn't anticipate the power of the hill giants.
So the hill giants were the
The
ones
hill
that
giants have
took out.
prevented everybody from a long-term settlement here.
So how did you come to settle here before the Jade Feather? Because it looks like the Jade Feather has a good run of the things now, but how did you survive before they were here?
Well, scavenging.
Okay.
Running centuries and centuries of our people running for their lives, dwelling in caves in the centers of the island. But then the Kiki tribe of the Arakakra people came.
Can you say that slower?
The Kiki tribe,
the Kiki-
K-I
Kiki tribe.
tribe of the Arakakra people.
Arrow.
They are bird humanoids.
Aarakocra.
Okay.
Basically, people that look like birds and can fly.
What color would their wings be potentially?
They come in different colors, but why do you ask?
Can I try to put two and two together and see if that's what the gliders are using? What they
She
use in
almost
gliders?
reading your as your hamster starts to run in your wheel. She almost like, yes, the Jade Feather hunt the Kiki tribe.
And are these a peaceful people? Originally.
They helped protect us from the hill giants. Yes,
Interesting.
they helped to build our villages in the trees above the hill giants where they could not reach.
Now tell me this. I've heard something of a quest, a little bit of a, what was it called? Help me. Challenge, if you will. Something about these goblins getting face paint.
Oh yes, to appease their gods.
Their
Yes.
gods, not yours.
Their challenge is to locate and murder one of these tribe members so they may gain their wings. That is their
Interesting.
challenge.
Opu doesn't like that. This has been very informative for me. So now tell me, what do you do to survive here in this new kind of utopia?
We do what we can. The king will not allow us to settle in groups, or else he threatens to sick his pet green dragon upon us.
The what? The what? There's a... What?
Apparently the king has aligned himself with a green dragon who apparently does his bidding.
What's the green part got to do? What do dragons do? Why is that? He's big. Is he big? Obu starts to panic a little bit.
I mean,
Tell me about dragons.
I haven't seen one in my life until I saw this one fly above. It seems very large.
Thank you, Omi. Thank you. And
What do you think of the soup?
I want to roll deception and say it is fantastic.
Okay, go ahead.
That is a... What do you do deception with?
Charisma.
Charisma.
That is a 11.
11? Yeah. I try to use my finest ingredients most of the times, but sometimes it's hard to, get the materials with the traveling merchants. Sometimes it's very difficult to find the right ingredients, and with such a long walk.
I cast Good Berry, and I give her 10 good berries.
10 good berries. What is this?
One of these will last you an entire day's worth of sustenance. You won't have to cook anything. You can take a nice, relaxing day to yourself and for your children. And then I also hand her 3 gold.
Oh, I cannot accept
Bury this. Bury this, and don't let anyone know you have it. You can use it as your, whatever it is, your sacrifices when he demands money. Just keep it for you, and you can use it as you wish.
And it takes it. You can see she's a little nervous about it, but that there's no one else around. She tucks it in a pouch right now. And about that time you hear, "Oh!" And you can see there's a torchlight coming from the direction in which you came.
I don't change any expression on my face. I just say, I'm being summoned. Thank you. And then I swoosh off with my my cloaks. I'm like, thank you. Comic! Shut up!
You can see Obu is like running to meet you in the forest.
I'm leaping. I'm still trying to be all dignified, so my back is still straight, but I'm like leaping. I'm like, yes.
Forest running.
Love.
I'm fine with walking.
I have many things to tell you, Kopik. Many things. You can't have wings. You got it. You're not getting any wings. If they're not already dead. We'll get you some wings, buddy. We'll get you some old wings.
Ew.
And I shiver. I'm like, oh. Sorry, man.
You said 30 minutes. It's been hours.
Squirrels have a much slower walking speed. I did not anticipate. I scurried so fast.
Now you're gonna go back to the others.
Yeah. Do you know what happened to them? Do you know what they're doing?
Well, no, they stayed behind when I left.
Well, I told them generally this direction, so maybe if we keep walking this direction back, maybe we'll run into them. You think? I take that as a yes, and we just start walking back. Oh.
Kopik hands the torch to Obu, pulls out a couple of arrows, and just starts tying a little bit of cloth around a couple of arrowheads.
Okay.
For walking.
Alright.
After about 4 arrows, she's holding the torch, just sticks one of the wrapped arrowheads and just fires it back randomly the direction we were walking from.
Oh, you just fired?
Just lighting an arrow, just firing back towards...
In the woods? Why?
You'll see the fire!
Silas and Willow, all of a sudden you see this sparkle of fire just zing through the sky.
I cover behind a tree.
In the direction that you're walking. Eventually it does hit a tree. You hear
I think we found Kopik.
I don't know who that is. I hid behind a tree.
I look for it and make sure it doesn't hit any brush. Is it fine? Do you think it's gonna
yeah, it looks like when it hit, a lot of the fabric kind of broke apart and fell off, and it looks like it kind of dulled out the fire and it didn't ignite anything or anything.
I discreetly take his arrows out of his hand and I say, no.
How far away was the arrow?
Does it look too far off? You guys can pretty much see a hulking figure walking with someone else in the woods.
Come on, it's Kopik.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. I'm not surprised.
Do we meet up? Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I tell them everything. I tell them about the Kiki tribe and the Adirondack people. The Arakakra people, that they are beautiful flowers. Did I put 2? Thank you.
Beautiful flowers. With your new intelligence score, yes.
Oh,
you would put 2 and 2 together.
The ones in the
ones that you
village.
saw in the village, it was probably a dead body of one of those
Oh, I thought he was good life and we can make friends. Oh, he's so nice. He looks like
so
the Rita from Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Burrito, yeah.
But apparently they're being hunted.
Obo's just randomly gonna take up mantles. She's just like, yeah, sure, you know, I don't like that. We're gonna save the bird people. We're gonna
Maybe we
save bird
should-
person.
Maybe we should find their village.
If they even have one, they don't even, if they're being hunted, I don't think they'd be in a group together. But either way, Omi, the nice village lady, she has some very lovely children, but bad soup. And they're descendants of the Asrians, and that town that we saw was originally them. Apparently, these bird people helped them settle in more defensible areas. And the Jade people are bad, and the test is killing Asrians.
With your intelligence,
Kill.
also,
Here it comes.
when she's described building villages in the trees,
Mhm.
that was probably originally one of their villages
Oh.
that's
They
been
got kicked out.
overtaken.
That's why the gears and stuff were like makeshift for the lift.
Okay, yeah, because the lift, I mean, originally wouldn't have been there if they were fine up in the trees.
Right.
Makes
Their
sense.
little nest.
And Kopik, if we're gonna get you wings, looks like you want some wings. They're gonna have to be wings off one of the goblins. You can't have any new wings. We're not killing any bird people.
It's highly offensive if we
Extremely.
walk in there with wings.
You'll get to take them out until later.
Would Kopik put together her saying that the test was to kill an Aarakocra and going to Jade Falls was the test and I'd get my wings to think that maybe Jade Falls is where the Aarakocra live?
Make an intelligence check.
Guidance?
As I get slapped again.
Dang! Dang!
That is literally, so that just completely erased that. So that's an 8.
An 8? So your question was, would you put 2 and 2 together that...
So I was told that by the Hobgoblin that going to the falls
Yeah.
is where, like, if I went to the falls, that was my challenge and I got my paint and my wings.
Yes. You still believe that. Your belief
Her
is...
saying that the challenge was to kill an Aarakocra.
Mhm.
Would I think that if I go to the falls, I'd find the Aarakocra?
Possibly.
Makes sense.
Or that maybe different individuals get different challenges. Your mind's kind of
Yeah, so it's-
milling over those different things, and you're kind of getting yourself confused.
I just want to pat you on the shoulder and say, let's go investigate. Oh, and then I tell you guys about the dragon, as if you don't know about the dragon.
Great.
Wait, what about dragon?
Oh my god, there's a dragon. Did you know? It's like green.
Yeah, and he controls it with a stone.
I'm green.
I think you guys have more to tell me.
And when you pulled
So-
that stone out,
Yeah.
it was trying to like doing the same thing it's
Oh
been doing
man,
since
it's
you got
like a
here.
Google Home trying to make a connection.
But it can't because there's already something paired.
No, but mine's a different dragon.
Oh my god, oh no! Wait, do we know that? Do we know that? Does the color of the stone have anything to do with the color of the dragon?
No.
I don't
Sure.
think we
I
can
don't
figure
think
that out right now.
we've confirmed that yet.
Wait,
You wouldn't know.
I don't think we've confirmed that.
Patuki. You still stuck on the bird people?
No, not. So, the gem controls the dragon? So,
That's a her question.
kill the king, take the gem, I get wings! I have a dragon!
Let's sidebar the wings for a little bit.
He's not
Okay.
wrong.
If we
Dragon!
yeah, well, dragons are cool and there's lots of treasure.
Oh, does Obu know anything about dragons? She didn't
You guys
meet
made
me.
a check about
Dragon.
dragons when you guys were on the boat.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly all the information that I gave you, but I gave you information about dragons.
Dragons used to be abundant, now there are few. The ones that are left are ruthless, constantly fighting for property, power, etc.
There's chromatic, but not the other kind.
There's more chromatic than there are metallic.
There we go.
Metallic are a little bit more rare. Than
She was riding metallic in her dream thing.
My dad was.
Her dad was
Dad was.
So we don't know.
silver dragon.
Big old dragon, red, the Inferno.
Oh my
The
God.
Inferno is
Yeah,
the
we
red
did learn
one.
about that.
Yeah.
His notes are true to his character and everything.
Big dragon. Big dragon bad.
Kopik pulls out his notepad.
It's handy dandy notebook.
That was a giant novel.
Written in crayon.
Big green grand.
Dagger just pokes a finger. Next page.
Well, we need to figure out where we're going next, or if we need to. Do we need to stay here the night? Is it late? It's probably pretty late.
It's getting pretty late, yeah.
We could potentially go and stay with Omi, though that might put her in danger if anybody came by and saw us with her.
I think we'd protect her more than she would be alone.
We could take her with us.
No, I'm not
We
going
could put her
anywhere.
on the ship. It'd be kind of cool. She's really chill. Makes horrible soup, but we could teach her. And her kids are kind of cool.
Papa's gonna sort of like put his hand on top of Ogu's head. Maybe not you.
What?
Bread.
You know, make bread.
Oh, I can't make bread. That means I can't bake. Maybe I can cook soups very well. Roll for soup cooking knowledge.
What's what do you?
Nat 20. Obu knows how to make the best soups. Such good soups. I make she crab bis.
Here, it wouldn't be such a thing of you struggling to make the soup. It'd be getting the ingredients gathered to be able to make the soup. That would be the challenge here.
Dang it, but she knows. She has all this knowledge up there just waiting. Potential.
What? We need to do something. We got to figure out.
I
Do
think
we
we
chase
should
after
go.
this dragon? Do we go to the Aarakocra people?
Is the Jade Falls the same area that the king went? Did he get to?
You guys don't know. You don't know where the king went.
Maybe
did
we can
know
start
where
a
the
tribe
Jade
war.
Falls is?
Yeah, did
He
we know where the
said-
Jade Falls was?
When you spoke to the king, he did give you a general ballpark of where to go. Yeah.
Okay, so
Is
that
that
paired
north,
with
south,
him.
east?
It'd be west.
Okay, so it would be the
That's
same
the
direction.
same, yeah. Yeah.
What if we got the Aarakocra people to help us fight?
Well, considering the
guess so.
challenge is trying to find one and kill one,
Maybe they just need help.
I have no idea how we would find one and kill one. Alright, keep one.
We can kill one?
No, we can't kill him. No kill wing people.
They're intelligent and can speak.
Let's go talk to him. You want to go talk to some pretty bird people?
That was so condescending. I love it.
I'm so sorry.
A little bit.
I'm so
How
sorry.
far could a Kopic throw an elf?
Probably pretty far.
Can we find out?
I get into cannonball position. I'm ready. I'm like, I get
Kopic's
it. I
just
understand.
push Obu over.
As you guys are having this conversation, you hear rustling in the leaves behind you. And you turn around and that little boy, Abram, seems to be like just standing there like watching you guys.
I say, hello, son. How can I help you?
He's really big.
Yeah.
You're really little.
He's actually half giant. Did you know that?
Half giant.
Yeah.
I don't think they like giants.
Giants
Why
Or
would-
me.
half whatever the heck was down
He
there.
doesn't kill and eat people, does he?
No, look, see? He's really sweet. He's one
Sweet's
of the
not
good
the right
ones.
word. He's kind of dumb.
He's really sweet.
That one's big too.
He's just a turtle.
I've never seen a turtle that big before.
Stick my tongue.
I
out,
hadn't
I'm
either.
Like that hard, rigid turtle tongue.
He goes.
Kopic looks up and does the exact same thing.
We all start gagging.
I heard you talking about staying. You want to stay?
Well, we need somewhere to bed for the night because we're planning on making a journey.
You guys can sleep in my tent.
Does anyone come down in this area, son?
No. We're not really allowed.
No.
Sometimes we see Gil.
Who's Gil?
He's just a friend. He fishes a lot.
Gil the fisherman?
Gil, fisherman.
Can I just gently ask him, what does Gil look like?
Kind of like me, but taller.
Oh. Is he human? Does he look
Human.
like... Does he look like...
He's like me, but taller.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Does he look like what you'll look like when you're older?
I hope so. Gil's really nice.
Why don't we find out what this guild character
Yeah,
is?
I look over at Willow and I'm like, I don't know how else to ask him. Help. I'm not good with kids.
And Kopic says, "Son, do you fish?"
I hope to someday.
How did you
Kopic's gonna go onto his back because I bought two.
Oh my god, yes!
And hands him a fishing rod.
is this?
Fish.
Oh. Never seen anything like
You're
this.
gonna have to teach him how to use that.
This is this is so cool. he starts saying, he's like, okay. So I go. He looks like he's like sneaking up. There's like a big leaf over there. You can see him like sneaking up to it with the edge of the fishing pole, and he goes. And he jams it into the leaf. He picks it up and starts going, whipping it all around, and the leaf shreds into like 4 or 5 pieces on the end of the fishing
He needs
rod.
a halberd. I think
It seems like they do like traditional like spear fishing.
So,
So
Kopik, spend some time with the tribe, please. We'll stay here tonight.
okay. Maybe we'll see that Gil in the morning. Is Gil friendly to other individuals?
yeah, Gil's great.
Does Gil spend time in the market like you and your parents or your mother?
Not as much as he used to. See, he's a fisherman, and apparently, in his fishing spot, there are some bad things that are happening and stopping him from being able to fish as much. Do you know what a crocodile is?
I do know what a crocodile is.
I'm not a
Kinda
crocodile.
Yeah, they're big, aren't they?
Yeah, well, there's like a really big one, and it's in Gil's favorite fishing spot. And it's eating up all the fish and scaring away all the fishermen.
Do I look at you? Do I roll 2 and 2 together that this might be a big old dragon?
You're not sure.
Okay.
I have the same thought.
Okay. Well, it looks like we'll need to get some more information from this Gil man because it looks like we
Oh,
need
you want
to
me to go
help
get
out
him?
with that. Is he just hanging around somewhere?
He's up around the other side of the hill there, but yeah, I can go get him.
Do you want to go together? Because it's pretty dark out right now. Are you sure you can see?
Oh, I can see.
I kind of look at the child. I'm like, he's human. How does he see it? What the heck?
I live here. I know where I'm going. And smiles at you.
I'm just so worried. It's like, all right, little guy.
It's like, here, hold this. And he has his fishing rod, and he takes off into the woods.
dear. Willow, my child. My child has run off. What do I do? I know not what to do with these emotions.
I think you go with the tribe.
I've gotta go, and then I throw the fishing rod back to him. I'm gonna take it.
Bye.
I don't know where I'm going.
I start with him.
I'm
I'll just start
following him.
walking in that direction.
You're following him. Looks like he's moving quite a ways. It takes 15-20 minutes or so. Moving through, you go up a little hillside, and there's another camp. Looks like just one tent with a little fire. There's a man just sitting by the fire, and seems to be cooking. Huh. Hey, bro, little man. It's good to see you. What are you doing here? It's late. And he's like, oh, we new friends that they said they wanted to meet you.
Gil, I presume.
Yeah. Yeah, that's me.
Hey there. So, our little buddy.
Probably
Huh?
late 20s.
Late 20s?
Maybe. Dark and tan skin from
Okay.
probably a lot of time in the sun. He has kind of like a bandana, red, dirty bandana tied around his head. Looks like he's wearing just simple clothing that's pretty dirty and ragged.
Okay.
Looks like he has like a rack that has like a few different like fishing instruments, like spears and stuff off to the side. They look terrible. Like,
He probably needs the fishing rod more than the kid does.
like it's almost as if like the king doesn't allow them to use like really good materials in fear that it could be used as a weapon against them. So he's got these really crappy like fishing gear. Is what he has.
I make a note to get Kopik right over here. In my head, I'm like, all right, we're getting Kopik. So we're changing this up. This ain't happening. I don't like this. This place is whack.
So what is your name?
Obu.
I'm Gil. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. I'm friends with Omi.
Omi. How is she?
She's doing really well today. She had a very hearty meal.
Oh, that's good.
So
I've been
she's-
meaning to bring some fish over to her, but things just have not been going very well.
That's what I wanted to come here and talk about. So it seems that Ibram's noticed that you're having some difficulty in your new fishing spot. He said there's something about a large lizard.
Yes. So, I don't know where it came from. It just seemed to come out of nowhere, but the crocodile has made its home in my fishing hole, and it's been scaring us off and devouring all of our fish.
How big is this crocodile?
Eight to 10 men long.
That's a large crocodile. So just to let you know, we heard word of the fact that there may be a green dragon in the area.
Oh yeah.
Could this be the same creature?
Oh, no, absolutely not.
Oh my god. Oh, wait, did anybody come with me?
Yeah,
No.
I'm there. I walked.
Okay, so you guys
Yeah.
made it there too.
I'm looking over at him
I
and I'm
go.
like, this place has giant
Hi,
dragons,
nice
it's
to
got
meet you.
bird people,
Silas.
and we got giant
Silas.
crocodiles.
It's
What?
nice to meet you. What is it?
Y'all got a lot of creatures here.
Well, I think it has something to do with the Jade Falls. I don't know, I think the crocodile got chased out of the Jade Falls maybe because of the green dragon, and that's what brought it to our fishing hole.
Are there more crocodiles over at the Jade Falls?
I think it used to be its home, but it's not its home anymore. It's
Right.
made its home in my fishing hole.
That's true. Are there...
So we kill a big crocodile?
We can choose to fix the symptom and then not the cause, or we can fix the cause and not the symptom.
Or go to
both.
sleep.
And I look
Does anybody speak
at
Anybody speak Obu?
She's
Sorry.
too smart for my kind.
Apparently with a 20 intelligence, I don't know what to do with this. Solid.
A group of intellectuals.
Do...
Scholars.
What, do you think you can stop the crocodile?
It depends on how big this crocodile is.
We are pretty powerful.
We're pretty spooky. I say this while looking down at Ibram. And I go,
He just like shudders a little bit.
oh no.
Looks back at all of you. He still has like this friendly confidence in his eyes when looking at all of you. Like he's very curious. Not seeing
We have a lot of
the likes
sharp, pointy weapons and things that haven't been taken by your king yet.
That's good. He's taken away all of our fishing instruments. We've had to make all these ourselves.
Kopic! These people
Oh,
need
that
you!
fishing rod.
What on earth is that?
You sit down and you fish with it.
I'm gonna take it.
Oh, so you reel the fish into you. What
You stay here, fish come to you.
amazing device.
Put
Yeah.
a worm at the end of it.
A worm.
Fish
Oh,
will
yeah,
be-
we got
Or
plenty of
some
those.
kind of food.
Takes out 2 fishing rods, hands them to him, and then goes into another, pulls out 4 of the javelins I took from the guardhouse.
Oh, these are
Hey.
so much better than what I've been using.
Armory.
he
Bury
takes
them.
one, he's checking the weight and everything and looking at the blade. He kind of runs his finger down. Oh, it's so sharp. This is great.
Bury
He
them
takes-
until you need them. We don't want your king taking them.
Good point.
Yes, it does have a good point.
He-
Very sharp.
But
I'm ready to leave. Sorry for everything.
Oh no, it's perfectly fine. It's
You can get the
nice to meet you.
Can you point us in the direction of your fishing hole?
Oh yeah, if you just continue to walk in this direction, he kind of points off around the hillside. Go down the other hill, headed kind of in the direction of where you were told Jade Falls was, but more kind of to the south of it is where he kind of points.
I would say since
Oh.
all of this is in the same direction, we should sleep and just go in that direction tomorrow morning.
No, it seems like Jade Falls would be your waterfall, and then downstream is where you would find his fishing spot.
A moment. Come over here.
Okay.
We could spend forever trying to fix every symptom of every person in this island. There's a lot of people that live here, and they probably are all struggling. We came here for one thing.
Little Ibram.
I know he's a small child.
As you look over your shoulder, like Gil's like tossing him in the air, he's like giggling and playing back there and stuff like that.
Great.
It's breaking.
Great. Yes, it hurts. I realize.
Kopic has a giant Same specialist with it. Give it to me, I'll do it.
All of a sudden, Kopik's back there. He's not a part of your conversation anymore. And Gil and Kopik are tossing the kid back and forth to each other.
Let's just watching. Oh.
We
Okay,
can,
throw higher.
we can do this, but we can't stop for every person that we walk by to help.
How about we fix the main issue and we can come back and help? He doesn't look like he's starving today, and we gave him at least something to help him out with another fishing hole.
That's fine with me too. I don't know if we'll get a chance to stop.
We'll see.
What if we have to run?
I understand. So we've set him up for success.
And maybe did you tell us that you gave the lady gold or no?
No, I didn't
Okay.
tell anybody gold.
Maybe we give them some little bronze copper pieces. That
I
doesn't
think
make
so.
them look like they have a bunch of money, so they can scatter those out over time.
Okay. I think to myself, I say, I probably should have done that. And then I say, yes, go ahead, go and give her some money. She probably would be very appreciative of that.
Sure.
Actually, everyone should probably give her some money.
It's great.
Just a little bit.
I'm gonna walk over to Gil. Thank you. Walk over to Gil and give him like 20 copper.
As you approach, Kopik tosses the kid, and he's like, "Whoa, easy! You don't want to hurt him." Setting him down. Yes.
Take this copper and use that over time. Don't make your people know that you have this much. Bury it, whatever you need to do.
Okay. Thank you.
So you're not struggling. We can't take care of your problem right now. Sorry. Maybe later.
Okay.
But
This
this should help for now.
This is great. Thank you. Well, you all, that's so generous. You didn't have to
30
do
copper.
this. 30 copper?
Yeah.
And you could see from the exchange rate that was happening up there, it wasn't, they were mostly using copper pieces and stuff, so it was, your occasional silver piece would be, trading hands, but.
Okay.
Whoops. Hope she doesn't try to spend that anytime soon. She like goes up to exchange it and she's like, whoops. Hope she just buys something big. I don't know. Then I guess, we make our way over, no, I think we're gonna go sleep first.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think we go to sleep first.
So you guys make your way back to Omi's camp?
Yeah.
Yeah, they basically, they had the two tents. Basically, they make one tent. It's going to be pretty tight with all four of you in it.
Kopik is staying over with Gil and discussing the fishing rod for a little
Oh, you're going to teach Gil how to
I'm
fish?
just going to crash it
Perfect.
outside his tent.
Outside his
I
tent?
take
Excellent.
a scarf and I put it between two trees and make a hammock.
Make a little hammock? Okay, yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna just lean against a tree.
Okay. All right. And that seems like a great place for us to take our break for the evening, everybody. So we're going to go ahead and go to commercial for about, 10 minutes or so. And then we'll be back here for the exciting conclusion to episode 8 of Dirty 20 right here at Proficiency Bonus. So stay tuned and see what shenanigans this group is going to get into here on Skyreach Island. Woo! As they're getting more details on what is going on here. So we'll be right back. See you soon, Internet. right, everyone, welcome back to Dirty 20 here at Proficiency Bonus. We always come back live with something.
Have you not seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off? She hasn't seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Nope, never. Never
So,
seen it.
Wow.
yeah, you're gonna have to see it then.
Yeah. Not a big fan of slapstick comedy. Is that what
It's
that is?
not.
It's not.
Ferris Bueller. He's the one that doesn't talk and he just goes through and makes weird facial expressions.
False.
No.
That's
No.
Mr. Beanie.
That's
Yeah,
Mr.
that's
Bean.
Mr. Bean.
Yeah, that's Mr. Bean.
Beanie Band.
First we was one that, oh, what is his name?
Anyways,
Stoic Man.
Dungeons
No,
and
Stoic Man.
Dragons.
Oh yeah, so with the dungeons of
So
dragons.
you guys all gain the benefits of a 4 night's rest.
Thank goodness. Woo, thank goodness.
Oh, yeah, so that ability on that blank line is...
Yeah, so all your hit points restored, all your spell
I generally
slots,
know what I'm doing ish.
hit dice, whatever you had used, it's all back to you now.
don't you have 9th level spells at this level?
Yeah, I think I have 9th level spells at this level. Yeah,
don't
I
believe
think I'll do that.
10 9th level spells.
So you guys wake up in, most of you, in Omi's camp. Kopik, you awaken just outside of Gil's tent after spending some time showing him the ropes of fishing. You think he's had a lot of experience, so you think he's got it. Yeah, the biggest things that you're worried about is when a line breaks or gets snagged or something, making sure you can fix it up. But you've gone over it. You've done what you can.
As much as I understand
as much as you understand, exactly. So the morning is yours.
Hey.
I agree with you.
Kopik's
We
gonna
should
make
not
his
go
way back
after
over.
the crocodile. We should just go to Jade Falls and then see what loose ends we can type afterwards, if any.
We really need to find some help. There's a lot of things going on here.
What do you think, Willow? What should we do?
We should probably go straight to Jade Falls.
You said you wanted to get reinforcements?
I mean, if the Aarakocra people will help us, that would be really cool. But maybe they're at Jade Falls, so let's just go there.
Did I? So you?
We're going
So
Gog.
my character. Did they note that
Zog said.
the body of the Aarakocra that we deduced that it was dead?
You didn't get close enough to realize, but by the motionless body laying there, you could probably pretty much assume it was dead.
Let's head towards the falls, I guess. Let's see what we can come up with from there.
Yeah, let's see if we can find any evidence of where the Aarakocra might be. I also saw that Aarakocra at the other place. It looked to be dead, but maybe that's where they're holding up. I don't really know.
Well, we saw the giant walking around there, so maybe that's a place they probably avoid.
Yeah. Did they, well, the Aarakocra they were fine from the giants. It was the Jade Feather that was hunting them.
Right, no, that's true.
Also, did I notice that this one still had its wings?
From that distance, you probably couldn't tell. You saw feathers, but it was just like a body with some feathers. You couldn't really tell.
Okay.
Well, let's head that way, whichever way it is. Anybody remember which way it is?
It is west.
I'm going to take the lead of the druids on this one, sorry.
Yes, we can, we're good at mapping and stuff. Willow, lead the way. Okay.
So Willow, using what Willow was Willow there whenever the king gave you guys the directions, or was it
Nope.
just you two?
It was literally just the two of
It was
us.
just the two of you.
What did,
Weren't squirrels?
he did give us directions.
Wait, I was a squirrel.
Were you squirrels
Yeah, I was-
inside?
yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't remember if he
Yeah.
gave us directions or just.
He gave you a
It's
general area,
east or
but
whatever.
yeah, he gave you like a general. Basically, you go west and you'll run into it. Basically, said it's very difficult to miss. So you guys make your way, headed off towards the Jade Falls, making your way through the forest of massive trees. It seems like you're going uphill as you continue on. It seems like in the more mountainous regions are towards the center of the island, which seem to just keep. Imagine like a volcanic island that disappears off into the clouds. But you guys are heading up, and you continue to move forward.
Are we following
And-
water? Or are we just walking through the woods? Because you're the navigator.
Well, if we follow the water, it won't lead us to the crocodile.
Or to the falls.
If
Or
we get
both.
to the crocodile, we know the falls are real close.
Yeah, but we're already at the crocodile.
As you guys are getting your directions, when he pointed to where the crocodile was, if you guys are walking to Jade Falls, you're going to be walking this way. If you're going to the crocodile, you'd be going this way. So if you're going this way to Jade Falls, you're going to be going more up towards the western side. You'd have to cut down a little bit more to go to where he pointed.
So
to.
here's
So we are nowhere near water.
This
We're
is
just
the
in the middle of the
crocodile.
woods, basically.
You're kind of in the middle of the woods right now.
Okay, never mind. Sorry for everything. Keep going. I'm the worst. I realize this.
Okay. From my lovely drawn map, we were here.
Yes.
Crocodile be here.
Okay.
Jade Falls be here.
Great.
We go Jade Falls here.
Why are you speaking?
I know not.
I know this one. Dwarvish.
Yes, it's Dwarvish. Thank you.
Wow.
Yes.
Didn't know. It was so simplistic.
Sorry. It's to match my map, which is also very simplistic.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are heading to Jade Falls then?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Apparently.
Alright, you guys are making your way. The travel doesn't seem to be that difficult. But it's, surprisingly enough, the farther into the forest you get, the larger the shrubs and bushes are, so it kind of almost like trees above you. And it makes it really easy to traverse underneath them, which is easy to walk, but a little bit unnerving at the same, because even, your poor halfling here is already, things are towering above her as you make your way closer to the falls.
Don't worry, I feel like an ant now too.
You're never getting this gem. It's mine.
You were supposed to give that to me.
I'd like to
It's
think
for the
that-
boat. Just hang on to it till we get there.
I'd like to think that Obu's ego doesn't allow her to really notice the largeness of the trees. She's
I'm just gonna keep on walking.
yeah, she's just like,
focusing ahead.
nature is beautiful.
After about an hour or so of walking, maybe about an hour and 15 minutes or so, you start to hear what sounds to be water.
Somebody else have to pee?
Splashing.
Yes, like a
Copy, go now.
running water.
Conversation.
Oh no.
I want to kind of like sidle up. I don't want to just bust out of the tree line into the water. I want to sidle up behind one of the big trees and
Right, so you guys are sneaking up as you approach.
Sure.
Okay, why not?
All right,
guidance.
make stealth checks with a d4.
Who are you guidancing?
I'm guidancing myself,
You're
and anyone
guidancing
else
yourself?
that gets near me while I'm smacking.
You can only cast it on one person.
I do me first. And okay.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh wait.
What is,
I have
what
that
is
thing.
sneak?
Oh, you were lucky,
Dexterity.
right?
Yeah.
27.
Whew.
27.
I mean 25 because
25.
math is hard.
Math is.
So, but I wouldn't reroll guidance. I would leave that and just.
I believe your guidance stays the same, but
Okay.
you can reroll the 1 as a halfling. So
You have luck. Oh,
you
that
have
was
luck.
much better.
Woo!
It ain't gonna help.
Those halflings being lucky.
19.
Look at the
19.
20.
20. What'd you roll?
Plus
Sally?
2, plus 2.
Oh, gotcha.
I can math.
18.
18? 3. Kopik, you are crunching and breaking limbs as you're approaching.
Creature is gonna do that to us next.
You guys are sneaking up very stealthy, but your half giant friend is just making a ton of noise as you guys are lurching forward. As you
Well,
get,
technically, we were supposed to come this direction anyway because he wanted to do the test. So
It's for you.
if we
It's
have
not
to,
for
we
me.
can play it off.
but you guys, actually, this gives us a perfect time for me to switch up what you see in front. So we're gonna have to. Excuse us, chat.
Yes,
Twitch.
sorry.
We're gonna have to redo this, and I'm gonna go ahead and just put it onto a big camera. I'm gonna put it over to the large camera while I get this stuff out. Basically, the trees can stay,
Okay.
Okay.
But like the village, just be very careful because those are just hot glued on there.
Yeah, that's why I'm being.
You can set them in my room over the other side if you guys want to.
Would you like to do
You
that?
should be able to balance it off.
Pass those
Got
two
it.
characters.
We don't care. They can fall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we don't need those guys. Ramsey, if you want to put that on there,
Oh wow.
and you can take that pedestal right there off, and you can surround that with trees and any of those other like effects as we get this thing settled.
Très magnifique. Oh gosh.
Oh, did we want those 2 minis?
Oh no, we don't.
No, we don't need those.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kristen. Yeah, make the trees kind of like surrounding around the outside, like a dense forest around.
Forgot how pretty this was.
We gotta put a few more things on here.
We need our Aarakocras.
On one side, I need a little camp set up.
This is so cute.
A little tent, a little fire.
Little fire can be right
And-
here. Let's do this here so people can see it.
And these are also there, a couple crates.
So is
And
this all water?
that is all green, murky water, yes. And this guy is standing next to that fire towards the water.
He's not a cockroach. He grows. He looks like a horse lizard. Is he a lizard horse?
Kristen, if you could,
Well,
that
he's not
camera
a-
needs to tilt maybe just a little bit more this way, like closer to me. You might have to move all the little pedestals and legs that's on. Yeah, like turn it like that. Yeah, there we go.
Whoa, what happened?
We're here. We threw Silas into the river.
Oh,
He's floating down towards the crocodile, and we're going to see Croc Falls.
Yeah, I
Okay.
wonder if we're gonna have like a puzzle with the like little rocks and stuff. I don't know. Let's go.
So this is what you
Oh
see.
my word! I've been in a place like this before.
Oh no. Oh.
There is what looks to be a stone face of a crocodile that is spewing water. The falls are actually coming out of the crocodile's mouth into this murky pool of water. That the stones down there is like a little dam that's built up, and the stream kind of goes through it and continues down.
So is that a stone or is that a skull?
Make a perception check.
And which side are we coming from? Which way are we coming?
I would say you're coming from your corner.
Down here?
Yep.
Okay.
You're right there, right where that fallen tree is. You guys are kind of coming in.
Where are you?
Guidance? Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're gonna. You guys are all
I
being
don't
nice
make
and.
that, but you know, it was a
sneaky and
perception
stealthy.
check. Does a
It
10
could
make it?
be. It could be
Okay.
stone. It could be a fossil skull. You're not really sure. You'd have to get like really close, maybe climb up.
I want
But you
to
can
take
see
a
it
tooth.
looks as if there is some kind of cave or opening behind the fall, from what you can see through.
Obu wants to take a tooth.
Hey, thank you so much for the follow,
Yay!
Dingbat 82.
what a cool you.
Yeah, welcome, Dingbat.
Think that.
I don't know if this is the marching order for you guys who are all being all sneaky, but I stuck you all behind trees.
Great.
No.
Obu's
like
going
that.
after the teeth up there. She's going straight for a tooth. No, not
it
right
looks
now.
as if when you guys approach, it appears that this individual has heard you coming. And looks to be just like, has like this wooden, it almost looks like either like a spear, maybe a fishing device. And this person looks lizard-like. Has robes, but it's hunched. Looks very old. Wearing all this crude kind of jewelry around his neck. Looks like wooden beads that have been painted and things like that. He's got green feathers kind of dangling from the jewelry, and has an interesting headband that has a few green feathers sticking out of it in the same green kind of like paint, like various different designs. But it looks like he's just
them green scaly things we fought in the temple.
green scaly things you found in the temple.
The snake people.
Yanti,
No, looks
Okay.
different. Looks different. But it looks very old, and it looks like it has a bunch of piercings. Some in its nose, big, like these weird bone piercings, like sticking out of the side of its head, and stuff like that. Very. I kind of, yeah. I kind of imagine, you know. I don't know if you guys ever seen the new Skull Island. Whenever they go to the new King Kong movie,
Mhm.
they go to Skull Island and they run into all those like tribesmen.
Yeah.
And they're just like staring. Like that's what this guy's doing to you. He's just like staring at you. He's not moving. He's just doing what he's doing and just staring, just aimlessly towards you.
Think that he's been noticed. Oh, I was sent for the challenge?
Just stares.
Does he know a different language, y'all?
Repite and giant.
You're saying giant?
Yep.
No response. Just stares.
My character
Kopic's gonna
knows
then-
languages that she doesn't remember that she knows.
Kopic's just gonna walk right up to him, get within a couple of feet, and just right in front of his face, sort of.
He's just watching you. He's looking at you. Hola, Tiki. Rata Gada Wada.
Does Upa know that?
I doubt you do.
What?
What language is it? Out of character, what language is it? Is it Draconic?
It's a language that you definitely have not heard before.
Okay, I don't know this language.
Would I know it?
What languages do you know?
Aquan, Elvish, Primordial.
No. You don't
Dang, I was hoping.
What about you?
I have Dwarvish and telepathy.
Talk to him telepathically.
And have one.
Like. Talk to him with pictures.
Question mark. No.
So everybody's just like looking at this guy very confused as he's.
Kopic's just gonna sort of.
Comic, you have to like hunch down to like get near him. He's much shorter than you.
Kopic's just gonna turn and look in his tent. Sort of pull the tent open and look in.
Wow,
See
that's
if I can see
weird.
anything.
You just get a little thwap with like the edge of the stick.
I'm gonna walk over.
He
To
got
help.
rickatoned.
Pretty move me over there to help. And I'm just gonna push him out of the way, and I'm gonna give like a small bow and hand him Teku's skull. Just a gift.
He takes it.
Okay.
He sets it down. And he sits down next. He's like got like a looks to be like a stump. Right there next to. He sits down on it. He reaches into a pouch, and he produces these look like little bones, different shapes. He takes them with his hands and he starts kind of like rotating them. And then he like pours them out onto this like flat other stump that's like right in, and then they just like rest in different spots. And you see his clawed hand kind of go. Looks back up at you, looks at the skull, looks back at Kopic. And he points to the cave mouth.
I'm just gonna say thank you and start walking over there. Just leave him.
Okay.
And the cave mouth looks to be under the.
Yeah, you can see it. Like the fall isn't like a waterfall. I mean, you can see through it and see that there is a.
I'll wait for
does it-
Obu and Willow.
Does it look like the stones go into it?
Yeah.
Stones that we're seeing?
Yes, it looks like stones like lead up to it and then they disappear under the fall.
Then Kopic's gonna take a couple of steps back and being pointed is just gonna start, hopping stone to stone.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk along the edge of the bank and make my way around.
You guys want to take the cam and just point it down maybe a little bit so you can see more of you guys. Now that we got the. You guys heading over. Kopic jumps over a stone. Seems decent.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk around the
Kopic,
bank over here.
you feel like you could confidently make a jump to the next one.
Will I be able to?
What's your passive perception?
I want to follow
13.
There's something in the water,
Okay.
about 15 foot ahead of you. Something's moving and it looks big.
Roughly where am I seeing it?
Like the stone ahead of you, like in between that gap between the
Like here?
stones. I would go a little bit farther towards the fall, in
Okay.
between those stones. Even with the milkiness of the water, you can see the movement. You can see whatever's shifting in there. It's probably pretty big.
Kopic's gonna look over at the group and just sort of go,
how cool he sees fish.
I
Come on.
temporarily take off my
Pulls
helmet,
off.
my like thing, and I'm like, I understand what he's saying now.
Picking up the
Translate.
halberd, jumping to the next stone, and just driving the halberd down to where I'm
Oh my
seeing
god,
it.
oh my god, oh my god, it's
Yeah.
gonna be a dragon!
Okay, excellent.
Oh my god, it's gonna be a
Since
dragon!
since it's obscured, you can't 100% see it. For instance, you'll make the attack, but make it with disadvantage.
Great.
It's in the water with me if I run away.
I'm jumping on the thing. I'm not fighting the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Okay, that's not horrible. I lost my halberd. Where are my attacks?
Maybe +5, right?
+8.
+8, yeah, +8.
No,
15?
dear God, stop.
It's 30, final answer.
I lost my halberd for some reason. I know I have one, but it's not on my sheet
on
anywhere
your
that I
sheet?
can find.
I thought you had one.
Yeah, no, I know I have one. I just don't.
He had several.
I've got so many sheets and so many weapons. I'm gonna assume it's a strength base, so that's gonna make it a +7 to hit.
+7.
What's our proficiency bonus? Is it 3 or 4?
Twitch.tv/proficiency bonus.
So, okay, that. No, that's why I'm reading my initiative. So yeah, that is a +7. So that is a 19 to hit.
A 19 to hit. That will connect
Oh,
with something.
That just
Yes.
Whatever it may
Go ahead and roll your damage.
No!
Okay.
Oh, I don't know. I don't have my "This is where we die" sign.
Yo!
See if I can
Yo!
find it real quick.
I
I was
got
gonna say
you.
it's made an appearance the last 2 or 3 episodes.
I've
right?
got it somewhere.
I got you.
There it is.
It's just we die.
Oh, I don't know why it's not there. Okay, so
You guys are seeing Kopic
Yeah.
jump to the other stone. He just takes his halberd with 2 hands and just slams it into the water.
Actually, no, I hit something. So I am going to use one of my superiority die.
No.
Coded.
Go big or go home, right?
While he's doing
It
this,
needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
while he's
I don't
doing
think
this,
we've
can I
realized
look
that.
at the dragon creature and see what its facial expression
It's
is?
a 15.
Okay,
Succeeds.
it makes it.
Okay.
But
What's the
gonna
dragon
take the
creature's
extra.
facial expression at this point? I want to look at him.
as a
You looking at him?
Yeah. Also, Willow, where did you go? Did you go?
I
As this
didn't
is,
move yet.
as this is
You're
happening,
still way back there.
you see him going.
Okay, I'm getting away from him. He's really creepy.
which way are you going? Out in the water? Back
No. I don't even know if I could. I was gonna ask if I could make the jump between the rocks, but I'm not even gonna worry about that now.
So that is 14 points of slashing damage.
14 points of slashing.
11 + 3, yeah.
It's a pretty big hit.
That's a pretty big hit.
Let's see here. Where did I?
14 points.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. 15 points. Oh,
15.
no, 14.
14. 15.
What you got?
All right.
See where you.
I'm going to go ahead and change our music, folks on Twitch. 'Cause it seems as if we've got a little bit of
Unnecessary
battle going on
combat
here. There we
encounters.
go. Let's try this one.
If I jumped over there without attacking, it would have bit me first. I just bit first.
And you climbed on the
Okay.
rocks because it was fun.
So as you do this
Don't
and
do
you
it.
strike down into the water, you can see that that section of the water gets an even darker green all of a sudden. Because something is under, like it's almost as if you stirred something up or just some other liquid is pouring into this spot.
Oh my god, is it bloody?
I need everyone to roll initiative for me.
If it is, if it is, it's green blood.
Are we +3 initiative now? I can't remember.
It's
I'm +2.
different.
No, it's your dexterity bonus.
It's whatever your dexterity bonus
Plus
is applied to your d20 roll.
Ah! Sorry. 18.
15.
7.
Hey,
12. Oh wait, I'm in charge
So
of that.
far, Silas is on the top.
dirty 20.
Oh, Kopic is the top. Okay. What did Silas had an 18?
I had a 7.
You had a 7, and you had a
12.
12. So under you, I need you to put boss. And actually, above Willow, I need you to put mini boss.
Oh. Okay.
And,
But there's only one creature.
and that'll do it.
Right.
Why is there only one creature when there's two?
I just kidding.
Okay, I was like, that's not how math works.
That's exactly how math works.
Imaginary numbers aren't. We're not on that level yet.
They
Okay,
really are.
Copic.
Is that high enough for you to see it?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
You've hit something.
Huh.
It seemed like whatever you drove your halberd into stuck,
Alrighty then.
but you can't see it yet.
Oh my god.
Next verse, same as the first.
Okay.
Swinging at it again.
Okay, same thing. Disadvantage because it's under murky water. So
Hey, okay, that's still not horrible. That is a...
Is it with the halberd again?
Yep,
It'd be a 17, right?
thank you. 17.
17.
Yep.
That will hit. Roll your damage.
Hold on. Halberd.
Those are good disadvantage
Plus
rolls
7.
right there, man.
He has like a ridiculous modifier. If he
Fighters do have really good
He rolled
modifiers
a
on
10 and he got
They're
17.
fighters. They fight. That's what they
I
do.
mean, yeah. What are you gonna do it? Well, sir, I'm gonna hit it. Gonna smack it. Oh no.
Oh, that's not great. That is 6 points of slashing damage.
6 points of damage. Okay.
Then I have my second attack.
You do have your second attack.
Oh, that's not great. That's 14.
14 just hits.
Oh!
So you
Okay, I'm
contacted
going
something.
to burn another superiority die. It needs to make another wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Exact same rolls last time, a 15.
Okay. Still taking some extra damage for it at least. That is 7 points of slashing damage.
7. Alright. More of that green, murky water starts to pool and puddle out around that area where you see Copics just down his halberd in the water. Water's splashing up onto him. He's got like algae like hanging all over him now. It's just sprayed.
Okay.
Hold off, Copic!
He's just going nuts on the water. You guys don't even see anything. He's just
Yeah.
Copic, you
Do
can't
I-
even swim!
Do I have any idea what's going on?
you can see Copic is going into like a blind rage, like just spearing down into the water, screaming at it.
I'm just gonna be like, is this what you taught Gil? And then I guess I sense that he's in danger. I'm gonna. Can I get to any of the rocks from where I'm at without having to swim?
How many inches would you say that Silas is away from the closest rock? Every inch is 5 feet.
That's 3.
4.
Right.
It's like 15, maybe 20 feet.
Probably could just swim to a rock.
You could try to swim.
I heard try.
I would not suggest that.
Well, we said you had a swim speed, so yeah.
Oh,
you
that's
could-
right. Okay.
You could swim to a rock.
I don't know how to swim, so
I will
I could
not.
probably get over there.
I want to.
I could just produce flame and...
I want to rush over to the rock.
Water! Boiling. Oh
So you swim into the rock?
Yeah, swim over to the rock as quick as I can,
Okay.
Is that something?
and then I'm gonna hold lightning over
Okay.
until I see something because I can't see anything right
You
now.
can see like a dark, and you can definitely tell something's moving under there.
Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna wait for it to surface before I
It'll
cast
surface.
it. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Oh. You saw Silas just jumps into the water, swims quickly, and gets himself onto a rock. Looks like he's prepping. You can see some of that electrical energy like zapping down his shoulders, down into his fingertips.
I want to climb up the rock face to the crocodile's head thing.
Okay. Sure.
I just look over there and I go,
Definitely looks like there's a lot of handholds.
I want
You
to
still
go.
need to make an athletics check to do so.
Guidance.
Guidance, I think, is an action to cast, right?
It is.
Is it?
I think
Never
so.
mind. I'm gonna non-guidance it. And I should have guidanced it.
Would you?
What is athletics attached to?
Strength.
6.
6.
I don't make
You
that.
get a couple handholds and you make your way up about 2 feet, and you just start to slip. Like the water is coated, and some of the moss that's on there makes it really slippy, and you slip down,
Okay.
unable to climb.
Well, that was interesting. Bonus action. I'm gonna stay over for a little while. We're good. We're good. I think we're good.
No bonus action?
That was my action. Do I still get movement?
Yeah, you can still use your movement. You just can't climb. You just can't use movement to go up. because you failed your athletics check.
I think I'm gonna stay where I am. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna stay where I am.
Stay where you are?
Mhm.
Okay.
I still haven't seen him come out of the water, and I think Oak is a little hesitant.
Yeah, you
So-
haven't seen him.
I'm good. I don't
Okay.
want to get on a rock where I'm on an island where they can eat me.
It's its turn,
Oh god, that's great.
and it's going to surface.
Oh, that's good. Yay!
And you watch as this thing starts to come up.
What is it?
It looks like this big bulbous mound at first. And then these tentacles start to like
That's
zip
not
up.
a dragon!
And it looks like at the end of the tentacles there's these like spikes inside these
Right.
like
It's a
feathery
kraken!
things. As a creature that looks like this emerges out of the water.
I yell at Copic
Right in
and
front
say,
of Copic
you done
and
did
Silas.
it now.
Silas, that is going to trigger your held action.
Yeah.
So you can fire off your lore. Does he have to make a saving throw against it, or are you attacking?
It is a strength 13.
Strength 13?
Yeah.
If the
Incredible
card
strength.
information is
It
correct,
fails.
I'm assuming that's
Oh, sweet.
you.
Okay. It'll be pulled 10 feet towards me and take 1d8. Is that 15 feet? Because I was trying to be at the edge of the rock. I'm
Yeah,
assuming-
you're probably well within range. I think,
Okay.
From what I can see.
So I
on
guess
the
it's
camera.
gonna pull it to my melee. Cool.
Yeah, it's gonna pull it away from Copic closer to you.
And
Yes.
then a d8.
Maybe.
5 points of lightning damage.
5 points of
Oh,
lightning
wait.
damage.
Wait, the spell is increased by 1d8 when you reach 5th level. So
Oh,
2d8. So
yeah.
5 plus 10.
10 points. Nice. So you can see that lightning energy crackling on it as he pulls it away from you and lures it over closer to his rock.
Oh no.
And it slowly just turns around. You can see it's got these nasty teeth with fungus and algae like all throughout. It's like, just making this weird sounds. As you're pulling it over and you're shocking it,
Yeah,
you hear in your mind like the sound of like a little boy crying.
great. Not great, but great.
It's strange. It just comes out of nowhere and just like, and it turns around and it's going to attack Silas.
Great.
What's his name? Adam?
The ugly.
Aiden?
Ibram?
Ibram.
Let me see if
That's
these things
Ibram.
have reach.
Gotta kill Ibram.
Copic, are you 10 foot away from that creature?
I am. Oh god.
Well, he just pulled him 10 feet away from me, so I would assume.
Are you right along the borderline?
Right at.
Yeah, I'd say. Well, my reach is 10 feet, so.
Okay, he is going to
Could've been
make a
20.
tentacle attack against you and you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm glad I stayed over here.
He's going to split out the two. So here comes two of these tentacles. Copic, you are first. So I will go ahead and take Copic's roll first. That is a 20 to hit you.
That'll hit.
He wraps you up. You are going to take 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, so I'm going to burn my reaction
Okay.
to use my stone's endurance.
You also take 4 points of piercing damage as these spikes on the end of the tentacles are jabbing into your flesh.
Okay. So you said it was 7 and 4?
7 and 4. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's where you like it, horse.
So yeah, I take no damage.
Nice. Are you considered a medium creature even though you're a Goliath?
I know I count as large for something in a second.
I think when you're doing when you're carrying things, I think you count as large. But I think you're still
Yeah, I think
technically a
size
medium.
technically the only thing I've got on here from D&D Beyond is you count as one size larger when determining carrying capacity and weight you can push, drag, or lift.
Okay, you are grappled and restrained by the tentacle.
Alrighty then.
Even though you didn't take any damage, you're kind of flexing your muscles and it's unable to really squeeze tight, but you're now wrapped up in this thing's tentacle. Silas, that would be a 23 to hit you.
Hold on. 3. If I do. Oh, that's 22. Okay. Yeah, it hits.
Shield wouldn't help.
Nope.
Alright, so you also are going to suffer 7 points of bludgeoning plus 4 piercing.
Okay.
So that's 11 points of total damage, and you are also grappled and restrained by the tentacle.
Great.
Don't ask.
Not
really. But
Silas, since you're the closest to it,
Mhm.
and it has you in its grasp, it's also going to try to bite you.
Okay.
it's an abomination, I think.
This is where I die.
18 to hit on a bite.
I'm gonna shield that one.
Shield?
Yeah.
Alright, so you use your reaction to cast shield. Its teeth try to get near you and are deflected by your magical energy.
Okay. I'm just
It's like licking your magical shield, this nasty
it's so
tongue.
gross.
Alright, that ends its turn. And it's the mini boss's turn.
Nope.
Look it back!
Kopic, I think you are. I think
I'm
Willow
technically
is.
grabbed over.
Well, he didn't pull you closer. He's just got you
Oh,
grappled
he's just-
right there. His tentacle
oh, okay.
can reach that far. So would you say you're within 30 feet of that lizard folk guy?
And how?
And is Willow within 30 feet?
Yeah.
I would assume, yeah, she just used her
I
movement.
don't
You can
think
see
I-
the squares.
I'm not
I don't think you
30 feet.
are. Is Silas close enough?
Move
Probably
those
not.
trees.
5, 10,
Silas is
15,
close enough,
20,
yes. So
25,
Silas is right
30.
here.
No, Willow's
Just
out of
that.
range.
Oh,
Thank
this
you.
guy.
Yeah.
5,
Okay,
10, 15,
move
20,
him.
25, 30.
Move
There,
him
yeah.
within 10 feet of Willow.
Okay, I can't see where Willow is.
Right there is perfect.
Willow's
Behind
right
the
here.
tree. Just move those trees.
Now, is he within
Oh.
range of Silas? Within
I
30
would
feet?
assume. 5, 10, 25.
Be a little bit longer.
No, it's
Barely.
20 by 25. Yeah, he's probably within range.
Okay, so Silas, Kopic, Willow. I need charisma saving throws. As this guy's going,
I'm getting my skull back.
and he's casting some sort of spell against you.
Okay, wow.
I have +0 to charisma.
I have -1.
Is it charisma save?
A charisma save.
21.
21,
Yeah.
success.
16.
16, success. Nothing
Oh,
happens to
okay.
either of you.
Okay. 15.
15, success. You all succeed. He seems very frustrated. He picks up his rock and splashes it in the water frustratedly. That's the end of his turn. And that brings us to Willow.
Yeah, I'm gonna dire wolf.
No, Abu.
Direwolf.
Did you go?
Oh, is it Otis?
No, you
I
tried to climb.
go up the
That's right.
thing.
Yeah. Direwolf.
Yes. it's
As
time.
tufts of hair grow,
It's time.
Willow emerges growing in size and slams down. She's big. The frustrated shaman looks over.
Yeah.
He's like doing this.
I have to look up my thing. I'm gonna do this.
Is it a dire wolf?
Mm-hmm.
Is that in the player handbook or is that in the monster manual?
Direwolf's boss.
Yeah, we can get.
Direwolf.
I'm trying to do it.
You could do a claw and a bite attack. I'm pretty sure. So you can roll to hit first.
I think they just have pack
I think
tactics, right? I don't think they have
Tactics,
multi-attack.
They have a bite.
They have a bite.
Oh,
They have a knockdown.
Direwolf, you have keen hearing and smell, so advantage on perception checks. Pack tactics, which gives you advantage if one of your allies is within 5 feet of your enemy. Bite is +5 to hit. Range is within 5 feet. And it's 2d6 +3 piercing damage. And they have to succeed on a DC 13 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Okay. I'm gonna bite him.
No, bite.
Yeah.
Bite the
Right.
shaman.
Yep. So
The direwolf runs up.
ooh,
18
+5.
+5.
I think that's gonna hit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you definitely bit him. That's you.
So 2d6 plus
So 2d6.
2d6 +3, he needs to make a strength saving throw.
3. Ooh,
11
+3.
+3, 14.
You said 14?
Yeah.
God. Yeah, you took a big bite out of this guy. Unfortunately, he did make a saving throw with a 15, so he's not knocked prone. But he's profusely bleeding
Good.
out of his shoulder and chest area as you just chomp down on top of him. He dropped his staff down to the side.
Take the staff.
You got stick.
Yeah, I got the stick.
Got
You're traumatizing our
Get the
viewers.
stick! Get the stick!
You're traumatizing our viewers, Michael.
Oh, people are shuddering. Oh, I'm sorry.
Keplin's having flashbacks.
I'm sorry, Kaplan. I apologize. That probably is the monster you think it is.
Alright. Your turn.
I think if I remember right, she was trapped with one.
It damn near killed her.
All right. It's now the top of the round. Second round, Kopic.
Okay.
You are currently grappled and restrained.
So restrained means no attacks, right?
Means disadvantage on attacks.
Okay.
until you're broken of the grapple.
So I'm going to use my action to try to break out.
Okay. You can. I guess this would be just a strength.
Okay. 14.
You break free.
Can you cast it?
Okay.
You have just muscle your way out of the grip of the tentacle.
How big does this thing look?
It is classified large, so it is basically to scale with your miniature. So if you look at it, it's towering over top of you. It looks like it's sinking into the water a little bit. It's not like on something solid that it can stand on quite yet. Even though Silas is kind of helping it out of the water. Kind of.
Do I think if I yank hard enough that I'd be able to pull this thing,
You don't have an action.
rip it? I have second wind.
Oh, you do.
I mean, action surge.
Yeah, you do have action surge.
Looking at this as I'm breaking free, do I think if I rip this thing hard enough that I'll be able to get it off to basically like
Closer
stumble
to you.
down? Closer to me and maybe startle it enough to drop Silas.
There's a chance.
Okay. Then I'm going to steal one of those purple dies and I'm going to burn my action surge and I'm going to try to yank this thing back off of whatever footing it has back into the water, hopefully to...
Okay, basically what I'm going to do is call this like a reverse shove attack.
Okay.
So you'll make an athletics check against its strength, okay?
Okay. Okay. That's a 25.
You pull it. You yank on it, and you pull it actually away from Silas and closer to you.
You're playing keep
Let's
away.
see if... Make a strength check.
Hey, Michael. He's going back your way.
12 plus.
The modifier is going to be...
Nope, 0.
0.
12.
He still got Silas.
Oh,
And Silas, you're actually pulled closer to Copic as well in his grasp.
Great. We're
He
just
rolled,
playing.
he rolled a
tug of
12
war.
on the die, but he has a +3 modifier.
Yeah.
He tried.
It's okay.
And then...
Bonus action?
Would it be a bonus action for me to just basically pull my shield out?
I'd say, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So pull the shield out and still one hand still grabbed onto that tentacle that I got off of me.
Excellent. All right. That brings us to Silas. You're back up.
So
It still has you grappled and restrained.
do I have disadvantage at spells within melee range, correct?
Yes. Well, yeah, range spells. Unless you got like shock and grasp, you know,
don't.
like touch
Yeah.
attack spells, you know, things like that.
Yeah.
Don't you have ice something though?
But because you're restrained, you have pretty much disadvantage on everything.
Wait a minute, you have those.
Any kind of
pebbles.
attacks.
Do you have anything that's
Don't you have
radius off of you?
I know what I have. I don't have that. Everything's at
wind
range.
spell?
I'm gonna whack him with my shock staff.
Shock staff! You may be whacking with disadvantage since you're restrained.
It's fine.
Kind of like you're trying to get purchase.
Yeah.
Take a robo die. Maybe.
It's not worth it. This isn't a very big thing. Nat 20.
Natural 20, but you have disadvantage.
Oh, so 16.
16?
16 plus.
It's still gonna hit. 16 on the die is gonna hit.
Okay. I guess I use my quarterstaff stats, right?
Quarterstaff and then the additional d6
Right.
lightning damage.
So that's a D8 and a D6. 11. Do you need the lightning damage separate?
For this guy, I do not. No.
Okay.
So 11 points of damage. Nice. Yeah, you guys are wearing him down. He's got some wounds. He's bleeding profusely with this blackish green tar-looking blood from where Copic is gouging him. Now he's got some
Took away his
burn
staff,
marks from
didn't
these
you?
lightning bolts from the
You bit him?
wound.
I'm gonna
Just
bonus
that.
action enchant some of
You
the
dropped
magic
that.
stones.
Enchant some
I have
magic
my-
Take the
stones.
stick.
Excellent.
I know, I was
We
like,
can
I'm
do
gonna
that.
take this
Pick
thing
up
my
the
turn.
stick and run
It's
away.
your turn.
Put it in the
Oh,
water.
you're back up.
Alright, I would like to, as my bonus action, shapeshift into a giant spider.
Okay.
And after that, I would
Here you
like
go.
to,
Giant spider.
after that, I would like to then travel up however gets me within 30 feet, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
You can get right up next to him.
I'm not getting him next to him.
Okay.
I'm getting him with 30 feet, and then we'll be promptly moving back a little bit too.
Okay.
But I am going to shoot him with a web. I'm going to shoot a lizard man with a web to hopefully restrain. So it's +5 to hit.
5.
+5 to hit.
Okay. Wow, that didn't do. I think that was a 7.
A 7.
Yeah.
As the dire wolf is like licking its chops,
Ew.
just flying into the distance, hits a tree. Got webbing on the tree.
Well, if I touch that webbing, I'll know wherever my feet are.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
apparently I have
exactly.
web sense
sense.
and web blocking. So I'm not.
You still have some movement left, I believe.
I would like to move back out of range of this creature.
And actually,
out of
I
30
think
feet.
spiders can just climb walls.
Oh, I want to just walk right up this wall
So
then.
you could probably just start climbing that with your spider.
Yeah, I
You
want
got
to
like
start.
spider climb, right? Is
Yeah,
that what
it says spider climb. The spider can climb difficult surfaces, including upside down on ceilings, without needing to make a.
There you go.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna say, is that 30 feet? Tell me what.
Well, you'll probably get halfway up, but just put
Pretend-
your stuff up there because if you're gonna keep on going, you can. Yeah, there's no way you're gonna get stuck there. It's big guy's turn.
Ha!
Oh boy.
It's there.
Wow.
I'm impressed.
Thank you.
I am impressed.
I have one talent.
The internet can't see it.
The internet can't see it. She got it to stick to the side
I
of
can't
that.
tell if on the camera.
It's amazing.
It's there or not.
Wow. That's amazing. There you go. There's the spider on the side of the cliff there. Okay, so this big guy goes, this big ugly thing, and it is going to
George.
make 3 attacks once again.
I'm dead.
It is going to start by making a bite against Silas, since you're still grappled and restrained, I believe. So since you're restrained, it has advantage on this roll.
Sure does. The 2 nat ones. Nope.
19?
That hits.
That hits.
I
You're
can't
going.
Well, like,
Can't shield.
You good again. You want to
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and
spell
shield
slot?
again.
Shield again.
Yeah.
It's really trying to bite you, but every single time you just get nothing but
Oh.
nasty saliva and bad breath.
Cast this many spells.
It can only make 1 with its bite, 2 with its tentacles. So it's going to go ahead and tentacle slam Silas onto the stone. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Do I have to? Yeah, that was a 2.
A 2. Okay, you are slammed onto that stone. You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
and you are stunned until the end of this creature's next turn.
God.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I'm gonna die.
So you are basically, you got slammed off the stone and you're just stumbling. You're just
You're
seeing
ruined.
birds.
He's in wild shape.
You have
Okay.
a potion, don't you?
It's going to try to re-tentacle you.
Oh, okay.
It's going to go ahead and make its attack. Roll
Gonna
only,
pull
roll only a 2. It's going to miss. Deflected off the shield. You can see the facial expression is of utter fear right now on your shield's face. That ends its turn, and it is the shaman's go.
He dropped his thing.
He did drop his thing, but he's going to reach out and touch the dire wolf.
Don't.
Pet the puppy.
No. Puppy does not want to be pet.
Let me see if I can find which
Don't touch me.
the spell
I'll touch
is, so I can see
Look from a
what.
distance.
Don't touch me.
I don't think it's hundreds.
This combat is sponsored by nobody. Available
This,
for
this,
sponsorship.
But
this,
you can.
this combat is sponsored by Tonight I Will Dine on Turtle Soup.
You didn't.
I would throw something at you, but all these dice are important.
Go ahead, Willow. You're gonna need to roll. I'm not sure what save it is, so go ahead and make a roll first, and then as soon as I find this, I'll find it in the book.
Don't worry about it.
Don't.
She failed.
That one.
That one.
So does
As long as it's
does
not being
lucky
frightened.
Does
Count?
anybody have the player's handbook?
Does
Yeah.
lucky count even though
Can
I'm
you
not a halfling
can you
right
look up
now?
the spell bestow curse for me?
Yeah. Is she still a halfling? Is for
How does
lucky?
that work?
That's a good question.
I know.
Go ahead and reroll.
Okay.
You're still technically a halfling.
I
You're just in
am.
a different
I
form.
just don't look like one. It's much better.
What was it?
That was a 15.
15.
Whew.
I think a 15 is gonna save regardless. Yeah. So you won't. I don't think you'll. I don't know if there's anything if you fail a save on that spell. I think it's a hit or
Ooh,
miss.
dog.
Like, I can't find bestow curse, so I'm gonna look for curse.
There should be a bestow curse in there.
No, there is a spell bestow curse.
But I think you made the save, and I don't think it's a spell that does anything if it misses. He would be foolish to stand there in front of Direwolf trying to eat him.
It would be.
He's going to retreat as far as he can to try to hide behind his crates. That will
That
make
can
it
hide.
so that you have an attack of opportunity against him if you'd like to try to bite him on his way out.
Absolutely will bite him on the way
Okay.
out.
Okay.
Curse me.
Yeah, bestow curse of 3rd level necromancy.
Oh. No. 17
17 is going to hit.
plus whatever it was.
Yeah, 17 on the die hits.
And then that's 2d6.
2d6 plus 3.
Nothing if it saves, and it's a wisdom save.
15?
15?
Ow.
As he goes to run away, you grab a hold of him and you start just like ripping and tearing back and forth. You feel him go limp in your grasp and you just toss him into the water.
Sounds about right.
He is just floating in the water.
I didn't like him.
He was trying to do some pretty nasty stuff,
Yeah,
you
he
guys.
was.
You can take him, mini boss, off of the initiative order. And that brings us to, well, actually that was Willow's reaction, so Willow's turn now.
How far can direwolves jump?
What's a direwolf's strength? I think it's based on
Strength
your
is
strength.
17
Plus
plus 3.
Plus 3, 17. I think so. What's that, 17?
So if they take a running jump, if they move at least 10 feet leading up to it, they can jump their strength score.
Sure. Yeah, so you can jump.
So you can jump
Okay,
17,
I would like to do
17
that,
feet.
and I'd like to jump to the rock.
Alright.
Either one. It doesn't matter which.
Oh yeah, you
I
can
just
make
want to
it.
be within range of ugly thing.
You slide a little on the rock as you just land on the wet algae and
This is tense.
Fall into topic, knock him.
yeah, no. Comics like, ah!
Scratch the ears. This thing is actually big enough where Goppa can sort of reach out and scratch
Yeah,
these.
it's
You know,
a massive
reach down
wolf
on
next to
his
you.
knees.
Yeah. And well, Willow, you have an action.
I do.
That was your movement.
I guess I'm within 5.
You
It's
are.
the same thing.
And
if
so
you
is
move 10
Coptic,
feet.
so I have
can then
advantage.
You
jump
do
for
have
strength
advantage because of pack tactics.
So, 2 die. That would be an 18 on the die.
18 on the die is gonna hit.
You'd be going down.
And then I'm
She
going to
might be
bite
able to
it
make it.
again.
You'd have to roll.
Direwolf is my favorite.
Nice.
8 plus. Oh, what? Oh, sorry.
11 points of damage.
Plus.
Wow. Yep.
I'm gonna.
Now it's got a
I'm
big
gonna
bite
say it.
taken out of it. It's still snarling and bleeding, and
It's going to be a 1 4.
yeah, that did a number on him. He's still up though. That's the end of Willow's turn. Copic, we're back to the top of the round.
Okay.
You
And
are
it is
no-
still grappling.
It is still grappling him. It basically is taking him and like a yo-yo, just like slamming him,
Oh,
just smashing him down. And you can see
like crack your shell.
he's not looking very good right now.
Okay,
He's-
Ouch.
I'm going to pull out... I've got the shield out. I'm going to let go of that toe. Pull out that really fancy scimitar that I got from Silas.
Oh, your +1 scimitar.
And I'm going to make both of my attacks specifically at that tentacle,
Okay.
trying to sever it.
Okay. Go ahead. You can make your attacks. It would be just regular attack rolls.
Okay, so first one... I don't think that's going to do it on the first one. So that is 14.
14 just hits.
Thank God for that.
So remember, you got a +1 on your damage with that weapon as
Ooh,
well.
okay.
Because it's a +1 sword.
That's scimitar.
Scimitars, I think.
Here, I got it. Hold up.
D6?
D6, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
1d6 plus 1.
Wow.
Roll 1.
Yep. So that is going to be 6 slashing damage with the first attack.
6 slashing. Okay.
And then second one, Oh, that was so close to being better. Oh, and that is a, God, I can't do math. 17.
17 to hit?
Yep.
Oh yeah, of course.
And then it needs to make a wisdom saving throw. I'm going to burn another superiority die.
Wisdom save, you got it. Oh my gosh. Every single wisdom save? 14 plus 1, 15. Again.
That is a DC 15. Okay, well, at least it's taking the extra damage. Hey, okay, that's right. That's 7. 3 is 10. 11 points of slashing damage.
11 points of slashing. Nice.
Put down the turtle!
He's definitely looking weak and damaged, but this bulbous figure is still moving around. As you were cutting, you just don't feel like you did enough damage to sever that tentacle. This thing has like a natural thick hide to it. It's hard to kind of cut through. Silas is still grappled, unfortunately. Silas, you're stunned.
Yep, so I don't do anything.
You do nothing. You just sit there.
Okay.
Taking it.
And it's Obu's turn. You're halfway up that wall.
Okay, so if it took me about 20 feet to get up halfway,
Mm-hmm.
would I, within
Would you
30,
be able to shoot a web down at it?
would I be able to get here
Yeah.
with 20 feet?
With 20 feet?
What I'm essentially trying to do
It
is
would probably
I
be, if you have a 30-foot movement, it'd probably take you all your movement to get
Yeah.
there.
Okay, what I'm trying to do essentially is I want to jump down on this creature. And I want to bite the crap out of him.
Okay. If you don't go all the way to the crocodile, you could try to jump from the side of the cliff. It's a longer jump, but you could do it immediately.
Would I be able, like, would you allow that? I don't know the actual terms.
Let's do this.
Okay.
Just because this is so cool, and I really want to see it happen, I'll say your movement takes you all the way to the end, but you'll have to use, like, as part of your bite attack, that will be part of your jump.
Okay.
So this whole thing will constitute as your entire turn.
Okay.
Because I think that's just an awesome epic idea. I just every person who has watched wrestling before, from the top rope.
What I really wanted to do, if I had, like, if you could do 2 bonus actions, I'll tell you what I wanted to do afterwards, but I realized I couldn't do it.
Okay, so here's what I want you to do first.
Okay.
What do you think the distance out from the tip of that? How far is she jumping out?
So if we go down here, 5,
20?
10, 15,
25?
20. That's 20 this way, and then
It's going to be about a 25-foot jump.
yeah, outward.
Okay, I want you to make an athletics check for me to see if you can even make it close.
10. Nah, not gonna work.
As you guys are watching this spider, leaps off in slow motion. It's all 8 of its legs like extended out like this. You can see its fangs.
It's been a nightmare.
And then it realizes it's not going to quite make it, and it's going to land like in the water,
Oh no.
like right there.
Inspired
Okay. Dude.
No.
Well, depending, they might be able to stand on the
So
surface.
unfortunately, you
I have,
won't
like,
be
a
able to bite it
necklace.
this turn.
I have a necklace that gives me a swim speed. Does that give that a swim speed?
Well, if she was still a halfling,
Yeah.
and
Oh, well then I have a swim speed of 40.
Does it say that? It doesn't say that your magical items don't have any effect, does it? When you in wild shape, I think under wild
All
shape.
wild shape says is that you use the physicality of the animal. You keep
But it
your
doesn't-
mental stats.
But it doesn't say anything about magic items.
I don't know.
Not that I've ever seen, but I'm.
Oh.
Well, you can't move anymore anyways, can you?
Yeah,
No, I'm just
look
saying
it
in
up
general.
while you're waiting for your next turn.
Yeah.
And see if that's something, because that would have consumed your entire turn anyway, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, it's its turn.
I'm gonna die.
It's gonna go ahead. So it's got Silas in a tentacle, so it's gonna slam him again. Tentacle slam.
I'm stunned. It's till the end of the
Stunned.
turn.
Oh no.
He has advantage because he's stunned. That's cocked, so I'm gonna roll it again. That's better for you. 17?
That's my armor class.
That's your armor class. So
Yeah.
you're slammed again. You take 10 more bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And unfortunately, it says that you are still stunned.
Okay.
If you... Actually, no, that's a saving throw. Never mind. Make a Constitution save. He doesn't have to make an attack roll for this. You have to make a save.
Michael real quick.
6.
6. You still take it. Yeah.
Your equipment doesn't change to match form. Any equipment that the new form can't wear must either fall to ground or merge with it. Equipment that merges with the form has no effect.
Okay, so your items don't really have an effect on your druid form.
Okay.
Cool.
I just have a really cool marking.
Yeah,
that
thank
looks
you.
like
I thought
a
it said
necklace.
something about it in there, but I couldn't remember what exactly it said.
But it does also say that the DM can make decisions off any equipment if it would make sense for that form to still be able to wear the equipment. So,
I don't really
Spiders
have
don't
a
wear
neck.
necklaces.
I don't have a neck.
Dire Wolf, you are being tentacle attacked. A 9. I don't think a 9 is going to do it.
I don't think
Nope.
it does. No, 14.
You hop back just in time as a tentacle sweeps under your front paws. And a bite coming to Kopic.
and I'm going to use my reaction to cast Warding Flare from Shielded.
Oh,
So you'll have
disadvantage. Nice. Disadvantage. Double 16s. That makes it a 22. Still gonna hit. So with the bite, you take 12 points of piercing damage. And I need you to succeed on a Constitution saving throw.
Nope.
What's
Like
what?
that.
Didn't do well. No. You
That was
are
a 7.
you are poisoned.
Ready then.
And this poison is something that almost seems to be like diseased. You are now diseased.
Oh,
Oh my god, it
wonderful.
gave him.
don't touch me.
You are a diseased Goliath right now.
You have pale.
Oh
I
my
bet it's
god.
vampirism.
I have this. I could have used this to be cool.
You didn't think to.
So here's the specs on this. Every 24 hours that elapse, you must repeat the saving throw. If you fail, you reduce your hit point maximum by 1d10. The disease is cured on a success. The target dies if the disease reduces its hit point maximum to 0. This reduction of the target's hit point maximum lasts until the disease is cured. So it's not something that you can save at the end of your turn out of. You're diseased until it's cured, or until you save at the end of 24 hours each day.
Wunderbar.
Well,
And that
sucks.
it still has you grappled, so it's going to stay put. And Willow is up next.
Bite it again.
Bite it again? Okay.
Well, sir, I'm a bite it.
14 plus.
She doesn't got a thing. I'm gonna bite it.
14 plus 5. That hits.
Nine.
9 points of damage. It's still bleeding profusely. Even more now that another bite is being taken
And
out
don't
of
we
it.
have to do the
Strength saving throw, right?
Yeah. Forgot about that.
Oh, that's gonna fail. So it's prone.
Prone.
Okay,
Oh
you
my
guys
god,
can
thank god.
you guys can lay it down. It's kind of like floating in the water.
Everybody gets collapsed.
Good one, Willow. Creature is prone. Stand put.
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess so.
Copic.
Okay. Focusing on that same bloody tentacle with that scimitar.
Okay.
2 more attacks at it.
So it's going to be a normal roll because poison makes it
Makes it
disadvantage, but prone
Prone gives-
advantage. So it's going to be just straight up roll.
Okay.
Hey.
That's gonna hit. That's a 27.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Okay, I'm going to change these. I'm going to need to make a strength saving throw this time, because I'm going to try to disarm it and make it drop a turtle.
Interesting method, but
Interesting method, but I'll allow it.
okay.
When you hit with a weapon, I can expend
I would
it
like to
dare
de-turtle
disarm.
the creature.
Turtle.
I would
He's using it to beat a rock in.
Verification.
Yeah.
So 15 again?
Natural 20.
Oh my god!
It still has silence.
You couldn't de-turtle him.
Oh, that's
Must be eating turtles a lot.
okay.
It takes
That is 12 points of slashing damage.
12. Nice. He's looking really rough as he's floating around there.
Second attack.
I'm trying. I feel like I haven't done anything. I've just been like, I'll climb this little thing. I'll go over
22?
here. I'll jump
22
real
hits.
sad.
Okay.
Topic's got it as I drown.
And 6 points of slashing damage at that same tentacle.
6 points. Yeah, you're hacking through. You can see it's going a little bit limp, but it's still holding on to Silas. That sucker, he wants to eat that turtle friend of yours.
So it's
Alright.
So it has been knocked over by the direwolf, right? Can I see this thing's mouth?
Yeah.
Can I use my movement to jump in shield first and just basically shove myself in its mouth?
Oh, why would you do
Sure.
It's rolled over. It can't bite anyone.
You can. If you're in its mouth and it tries to bite, I'm going to give it advantage.
Right, I understand that.
I just want to let you know.
I'm fully aware of
Just
that.
so you're fully aware.
My thought is, the turtle is getting wrecked. I'm doing okay at the moment.
Okay.
Let me give it something else to focus on.
Even though you're starting to feel a little nauseous.
It didn't feel good getting chewed on, but you know what? How about this? I'm 7 foot tall. Take this down your throat.
Yeah. He steps into the space of this creature. It's kind of floating on its back, and the shield first is now standing, shielding down, standing on the shield.
You've
just
got
inside its
netherworldly
mouth.
herpes. Calm down.
Well, now I'm giving it back to who gave it to me.
Beautiful.
Yes.
It
Silas
keeps on giving.
Oh,
is still stunned.
still stunned.
Oh boo.
Alright, got some questions for you here.
This thing took Silas
So
out
I'm
of the
gonna just
fight.
pick up this lovely creature here. Its tentacles. Does it have like a really good range with these tentacles? Could it touch its belly with these tentacles potentially? Could it touch its belly?
I would assume so, yeah.
Yeah, okay, but would you say it can't bite anything on its belly considering it ain't got an articulating mouth out here, right?
And somebody's standing in its
Considering
mouth.
I'm
Oh, that's
thinking
true. Somebody's in its mouth. All right.
I think
would
you're
like-
overthinking D&D here.
it has
it's
a
made to be
7
simple.
foot and a half tall Goliath squatting in its mouth.
Okay. Well, while it's doing that, I'd like to crawl on its belly
Okay.
and attach myself to its belly and just start chewing on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
Go
also
ahead.
because
It is prone because it's
prone?
prone, so you get advantage on your attack.
Oh, do I?
You do.
It also has like one hit point, so just kill it.
You have a
It looks really
gold
rough.
thing you could use for an attack.
You do.
You could use your nat 20.
No, I don't want to use my nat 20 because if I get advantage, then could technically get a nat 20 anyway.
You could.
Or you get
Okay.
two fives.
There's a higher percentage of that happening, yes.
I don't like
Or that is the guarantee.
Or you could roll 2 2s. Then you have a 2 2. Right with the 2 2.
Fine, I'll use my big old dice.
Do
Gonna use it?
Nat
whatever you
20.
Alright. Yeah, do what you want. Do what you
20.
want.
Whoa. Look at that.
Wow.
Oh my
Natural 20.
god,
You
look
did
at
it.
that nat 20.
You did it, Obu.
Okay, so that's double damage,
Double
right?
damn, double your dice.
Alright, so let's look and see what this bite does. So, it's gonna be 1d8 plus 3. So I'm gonna do
So 2d8
2d8.
plus 3.
So that's 12 points of bite damage or piercing damage.
Describe to us how it dies.
Yes.
Oh, but I wanted it to poison damage too. I wanted to bite it back. Fine, it dies badly. So it's laying in the water and I crawl over to it and I'm really angry. So I, crawl up its leg and then I just bite its belly.
Just bite its belly.
I just bite its belly and rivulets of blood are pouring out of it. I found the one spot that wasn't covered in thick hide.
Copic, this creature's starting to sink, and you feel like it's now that its muscles are relaxed, shielding's starting to slip down its throat a little bit.
Bend down.
It loosens its grip on you, and the tentacle just falls limp and slides.
Am
out
I
of the
in the water or on the rock?
You're on the rock,
Okay.
laying there.
You're probably
Come
having
to your
better than
senses
I
now,
love how
as
I
you guys
didn't
are out of combat.
I didn't do a dang thing the whole thing, but then I kill it. I steal your kill.
Have you
love
noticed
it.
that is every combat we have?
I steal the kill.
Obu is out in the middle of, oh, I found a butterfly. Ooh, I found a butterfly. Ooh. Oh, you're dead. Okay.
Murder.
Murder!
So you guys can hand me that nasty thing.
I would like to say that while it was floating in the water, I was crawling above it trying to stay out of the water, just every time it rolled over.
There we go.
Can I immediately tuck tail and run across the rocks into the cave?
You can.
I'm gonna lay on my side and just not move.
Copper's gonna retch and vomit a little.
I still leave you guys. I
Okay.
still go into the cave.
You go in the cave. Eventually, as you're going into the cave, are you still a spider?
Yeah, I'm crawling on the sides.
Crawling on the sides. Okay, because I was gonna say the water's there, but then the water kind of rises up, and you can see it's like a walkway into the cave.
Mhm.
And you just a little veer to the left, a little veer to the right, it opens up into a larger, much bigger chamber. It looks like there are a few of like natural stone pillars in the room,
Mhm.
but it looks like just this big open space.
Can I
carved into the rock?
look up and around to see? Can I basically look for traps and stuff?
Yeah, make a perception check.
What is the perception of Obu?
I think it's your wisdom.
Ah. Okay.
I'm assuming you're probably proficient in it.
Yeah, so it's plus.
So it's wisdom plus d20 plus wisdom plus proficiency.
So that'd be wisdom. So okay, that'd be plus 6. Where is that? That's an 18.
18?
Mhm.
Don't see any traps.
Okay, I want to crawl on the ceiling and kind of.
Okay. As you're looking around with that roll, you notice there are several places around here that have massive claw marks into the stone.
Okay.
And you're looking around, and eventually you do find what looks to be like a couple gold pieces, copper pieces, and silver pieces. Just kind of strewn about haphazardly. Probably about 10 coins worth.
I kind of leave them because I'm a spider and can't do anything with them. Unless I kind of held one on each.
Other than that, it's just a big, dark cave.
Can I go back out and go into the mouth of the crocodile?
Sure.
Okay, I do that.
I'm gonna be like, someone help me. I hurt really bad.
The dire wolf howls in the moon.
Yeah.
I don't think I have any potions. I'm just gonna stay here. Actually, yeah, I'm just gonna stay here.
Copper's gonna come over and start try to like patch him up a little bit. Well, actually, no. I don't even think I can do anything with the healer's kit for him.
I think healer's kit's more of like stabilization
yeah.
and stuff like that.
I'll,
It doesn't really
I'll get to you in a
heal.
minute.
I have 1 hit point.
You have 1 hit point? Do you have poison or something, Damon?
No, I'm just
He's just
bleeding. And
He's just bleeding.
I'm gonna leave
to
him.
death.
I'm gonna leave him until I'm done.
You already left him. You already
Yeah,
said peace
yeah.
out. You're
You've
dying
gone.
on
We
the
got
ground.
another druid in the area. I was like, things are handled here. I'm gonna go look. I'm in the dragon mouth thing.
Okay, you go into the mouth, and the water is running rapidly out of a natural spring that's coming out of the mouth.
Creepy.
And then it comes out and just falls. It's like there's no space to like actually climb in. It's like a natural spring.
Okay. I'm not actually in the mouth. Can I go and search this thing's house?
Somebody
What,
go help her.
is Willow, are
Is
you
Willow
staying
hurt?
in your form?
No.
Or are you reverting back to...
I'll revert back.
So Willow
You're welcome.
shifts back into her halfling form. The tufts of hair seem to just fall off.
We'll keep you dry. Just help me.
Yeah, you better get me over these rocks. I'm gonna use my Staff of Healing,
Okay.
and I'm gonna use Cure Wounds. 1 charge per spell level up to 4th. So
I think each spell level is a D8 on Cure Wounds.
Mhm.
I think
Yes.
that's... Is it each
One
one is a
1d8
D8?
plus spell casting ability modifier, which is 4.
Okay. Yeah.
Can I see the spider just ignoring us and just going all over the place?
Yeah, the spider's just
Nice.
shifting up, looking around.
So wait,
I'm gonna
what is
pull
You
your
went in the
perception
cave and
plus-
came out of the cave.
I'm gonna pull out a short sword, and when I see it starting to
What
wander,
does
I'm
this
gonna
healing do? I thought that, that's
throw
cure
the short
wounds.
sword at the spider.
Okay, you don't have regular cure wounds.
Okay.
You just
I'm gonna
have
skitter
the
away
staff.
from it.
I do
And
have
I'm gonna
regular
hiss
Why would I do that?
and put my
It
hands up
doesn't
like
matter which
this.
one you do.
I'm trying to
Grab
impale
that spell
spider.
Okay.
I'm not gonna.
You're trying to attack it as it comes out of the cave?
So I thought it was 2D.
When I see it ignoring it, is silence laying on the ground, I'm retching.
Click on
And only Obu's, only
Oh, you just have to-
Willow's
There is
over
a
here.
druid in the area.
Have you
It's like-
moved yet?
Huh?
Are you still next to me?
No, I'm there. I am
Wait,
just
why don't you do
vomiting on
that
the
healing?
ground.
Why don't
Okay.
you do that healing circle thing?
Lesser restoration, will that get rid of his disease?
I think Lesser Restoration will.
It says it can end either one disease or one condition.
Yes, Lesser Restoration will
I'm
do the
gonna
trick.
Use my
Yeah.
Staff of Healing, and I'm gonna do that.
Okay. So
I
how
don't
many
know how to
charges
do
is
that.
that?
That's
2 charges, and then I did 1, so I've used 3 charges.
Okay. Excellent. So yeah, she comes over, taps the staff along you, and the nausea, that little green pale like skin tone that you were getting, just magically dissipates, and you
Now
feel
you're
much
regular
better.
pale.
Now you're regular pale, yes.
We gotta go stuff in a spider.
Can I tell you, like, whatever, I'm telling you telepathically, keep that thing away from me. We're doing reconnaissance here.
Are you within 30 feet?
I was going this direction, so
You're heading over to the
maybe-
campsite?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go ahead onto the campsite there.
At some point I'm within 30 feet. I guess I'll tell you that whenever I am.
Obu, grab my skull.
Okay. There's a spider with a skull that's not walking very far because it's a skull.
Yeah.
And I can't carry things.
I can get this over later.
When you're going through the stuff, it seems like there's a lot of just standard goods in those crates and stuff. It looks like this guy, for some reason, was a lot better off than most of the other people that you've seen. He has a lot of shamanistic stuff, some potions, bottles that look like they have weird things inside, like eyeballs, frog legs, nasty concoctions inside the tent, a nasty, dirty bedroll. You do find there is a lump sum of coin in here. You find that there is a bag that's full of 110 silver and 50 gold.
Okay. I tell Willow, hey, there's cash in here. I can't figure out anything that's going on with this guy, especially not what language he was speaking. But I didn't see anything in the cave, and I'm not really sure what this area is, to be honest. There are claw marks everywhere, but would I know if a bird person could make a claw mark like that?
Or maybe a
This was
dragon?
much
Maybe
more.
a dragon.
This was much bigger than a
Okay.
like
Probably a dragon.
Probably a
humanoid
dragon.
size.
Or a crocodile.
There were some on the walls and the ceiling.
Probably a
Crocodiles
dragon.
can climb.
Well,
Can they
They're-
climb and stay on the ceiling vertically, like horizontal?
Let's find out. Turn to a
I guess,
crocodile.
I guess we can.
well,
Anyway.
Kopik's gonna wade into the water and go grab the shaman corpse.
would we
Okay,
be able
yeah, you
to...
pull it out of the water. It's nasty,
Just start
just dripping wet.
Searching through them.
Just a lot of tribal wear. Well decorated tribal wear. Seems to all carry that same element of the green feather that you guys have seen before.
He had piercings in his head.
Piercings in his head. Okay.
Kopik, bring me that necklace.
And go get the money from the
Please.
tent. Obu said there's money.
A lot of it.
I'm gonna toss the 2 piercings I just ripped out of the side of his head over to Silas.
I didn't want this.
And then toss the body over to Silas and go to get the money.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll just grab the necklace off of him and let him drown. I don't know.
Yeah, he's already way past dead.
I meant just like sinking.
Yeah.
Can we look around and see if we can deduce
What he was all about.
the comings and goings of the dragon? So, like, if the dragon was here, which direction did he leave?
Did you see the whole cave?
Yeah, you pretty much
Yes.
skirted around the whole cave. It doesn't lead anywhere else. It's just a big room inside here. Big chamber.
No, I didn't see any other like rooms. There was just the one. Because if that guy went to go and quote unquote appease the dragon, that sounds like a euphemism. Then
The spider doing this doesn't help.
we would need like this. And the dragon's not here. Then apparently they met somewhere or something. I'm not really sure.
Seems like the dragon.
If the dragon lives here, there's money in there.
Well, did you see any
There's
money
about
in
10
there?
gold. This is where
That's
the money
one
is.
broke ass
Maybe
dragon.
the dragon moved somewhere else. This is its old lair.
Could be, but why would there be a man here protecting it with a creature?
I mean, if you guys want to do some more investigation,
Yes,
you can all
yeah,
make
yes.
investigation
I'd like to
checks
turn back
Okay,
into
yeah.
Obu.
around the area.
Probably should go back in. Maybe there's a secret.
If anybody else wants to, who's investigating where?
I'm
gonna go
investigating-
search the cave.
Search the
Let's
cave.
all go to
Excellent.
the cave. I think that's a good idea.
No, I want to see what this guy was about.
I'm investigating
already
the
did
surrounding
it.
area to see if I can see anywhere, like any evidence of that guy coming in, any evidence of the dragon going out,
Yeah.
just whatever. I
Perfect.
can see.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll
You
help,
can.
sure.
You'll help.
Yeah, you want to help?
So
Thank
you can either both do a check, or one person can take advantage if you're helping.
Take advantage.
And it's investigation,
Investigation.
which
Yes.
goes off of what?
Did you say you were going in the cave?
What does
Yeah.
investigation go off of?
Are you helping him?
Yeah.
Okay, Silas is helping you.
Oh,
so
I'll
you
do
can
that.
either both
Do it.
roll or do advantage.
I just rolled a nat 20.
Natural 20?
Alright, I got a dirty 20.
17. That's a good roll. too.
Plus.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. That's a great
That's a
roll.
nice-
Sorry for all the numbers.
It's fine. The cave. You guys are looking around. You guys all have dark vision, and you don't have dark vision. So do you guys?
I do not have dark vision, so I've got
Light-
torches.
light
I-
torch.
You guys
Okay.
lighting torches?
Let's send the two people with no dark vision into the dark place, and leave the two people
Hey, y'all
with
wanted
dark
to go.
vision.
Your nat 20 tells you it's definitely not a crocodile. Bigger than a crocodile.
So glad you learned something.
The
This
crocodile was 10 people long. It's just a really big crocodile.
this cave was carved out of here. Like this wasn't like a natural. This was carved out by something probably long ago. Whatever lives here probably was here within the last 4 to 6 hours.
Oh, great.
So this is still an active home
Mhm.
of something.
Okay. We don't need to be here when it comes back.
And oddly enough, your suspicion about being broke, it's really strange. You only find like 10 gold pieces. Anything that when you guys were thinking about dragons, they like to hoard lots of treasures and trinkets and money.
If that guy's controlling the dragon, then why would the dragon hoard the money? He would probably want to hoard it, right?
Wait a minute. What about the surrounding stones and stuff? Is there something in the water that we potentially...
You were looking around outside, right?
Mhm.
There are indications of claw marks on some of the trees nearby. They look similar to size of that of a griffin.
Okay. Okay.
And on several different trees. You can see there are some branches and limbs near the top
Mhm.
that look broken.
Okay.
So there is evidence
That the griffin was here at one time.
that the griffin was here, but also some other creature that's big enough to crack limbs of trees, these big
And then
trees
flying around.
flying around in this area.
Can I? Oh, go ahead.
What if we talk to it?
What? There's nothing here.
Then we wait till it comes home.
I don't
That
know,
sounds
Draconic.
terrible.
If we talk to it, tell it to stay away, we'll kill the boss.
But
Then
if
they
he's
can
in
take-
control of it, then he can't do that.
What if we
As
just...
long as the boss isn't with it when he comes home.
Who
What
knows
if
how
we
well it
just
works?
kill the boss? I don't think we can even speak to a dragon. We couldn't speak to Lizard Man. You try.
Why am I hearing
As she
Owen's
points to
voice
Lizard Man, there's
outside?
still this body just slowly
yeah, you
floating
guys-
in the lagoon.
Oh yeah,
Just-
you guys are down.
We
in
probably
some
should
cave.
hide that body.
I have to go to the
I can
bathroom.
replace him.
Oh yeah, sure.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Oh.
And Obu probably has to.
Replace
as
him
well.
with what? Me?
Matthew, can you
You're-
let Ramsey bounce to the bathroom there?
Sorry.
Bounce out.
I tried.
Those of you that are hanging out with us in chat, thank you guys so much for chilling and watching this episode.
We need.
We got to see what's going on here with this group and what they're gonna do next. They're plotting
be
some
the
more
old
plans here.
You're gonna be the old hermit man.
I don't walk around and go, oogie boogie doogie boogie hootie hootie.
Right.
You're gonna disguise you.
With no spell, you're just gonna. What? Throw mud on yourself? And hunch over? Okay. Yeah, go for it. That sounds fine.
I want to see him put piercings in his head.
Yeah, go grab those piercings.
Oh,
I
driving
didn't
from
know.
here.
They're in the water. Can I walk around the walls to see if maybe there's an indication there might be some other chamber or anything?
With your 17,
Yeah.
you're moving around. It's all solid.
Also.
No other way in or out of this place.
Don't see anything on the ceiling either.
No.
I mean, other than claw marks where it looks like something has crawled up there and around.
But no like little holes or anything.
No little holes, nothing to the outside. Just this big tunnel that leads out.
Where would all the gold go?
Wherever the king lives.
Yeah. I think we're gonna have a hard time communicating with a dragon. Willow, do you want to talk to a dragon?
I don't know if I can talk to a dragon.
I mean, everybody speaks common these days, right?
Do you see any evidence of the Adirondack people in the area?
The Adderall people?
Yeah, the Adderall people. Do we see those Adderall people?
The Arakakra?
Yeah.
With your checks?
Yes.
No evidence.
No evidence? Okay, so that means they were lying to us about the wings and something about here. So this is not where the challenge takes place.
What does that
Maybe we just.
I should bring the thing back.
Please, God, don't take that smelly thing with us. Take a tentacle if you gotta, but please. Also, he's
I'll take a
on to
lizard head.
us.
Take a lizard head?
Oh, that's spooky.
You're gonna cut his head off?
Maybe that was the friend. He's a great Jade Feather. That's a problem. We shouldn't have killed him.
Yeah, we need to hide him.
He was a feather.
Cropper's gonna jump back into the water, drag the body over, take the lizard, shove it into the mouth of the blubber creature.
Nice. So you're making it look like he's dead and he has him in his mouth and sticking out.
He's faking it. Oh my god.
Very nice.
Got him.
Oh my god, you're faking the whole crime scene.
Make an intelligence check because of something you said.
I don't know what
Oh
it
my
was.
god. What did I just do that triggered her to make an intelligence
Well,
check?
that's a
Plus
Remember your
your
intelligence is plus
crown.
14.
5 or something? 14?
yeah.
When you said that's a jade feather, you get the sneaking suspicion that this was a jade feather. This was the oldest one that you've seen. And that with all this stuff that they're around as you were investigating, this was probably their communication with their gods.
Oh no. We killed their pope.
We messed up.
Y'all. We killed their pope.
I don't know what a pope is, but
We
like
killed
speaker?
their high priest.
Oh, there we go.
We
Got it.
killed their high priest. And bury him. Topic? Bury him.
They're gonna see a fresh grave. That's
No,
Flies
he's
are already
in the
starting to zip around the dead.
Oh no, he's in the
yeah. I like Cocket's
Cocket's-
idea.
I like
Leave
it.
him in the mouth.
Push down his jaws a little bit so you get some bite marks in there.
Grab the bottom.
Okay.
The two of us are just-
I was chewing. Wait, one more time. And bite and grind. Grind, just like the dentist.
Use that molar action!
So
Great.
gross.
Looks perfect, guys. We did great. All right. Go team.
Silas, as you're doing this, like one of these limp hands of the shaman just goes. And
Oh,
this
yes.
rests on your shoulder.
I want to gently take. I got you, bro. Okay, guys. Well, dragon's not here. Dragon lives here. We don't need to be here while the dragon's here. That dude is hoarding money. We don't find it anywhere here where he said he was going to take it to the dragon to do payment. There's something afoot. Did you ever tell anyone that... Did you ever tell Obu that they were looking after the ship? I told Obu. I was there. I was the one who
You
heard
are
that.
Obu.
Hello.
Yeah, you told
Yeah.
them because you told Willow, and then
Okay.
Willow let everybody know that they were going to.
There's only some way we could communicate with our ship.
Oh, I have a little stone that lets me go and send messages.
Yeah?
Is that what you were... How do you know about...
I don't.
What are you saying?
I was just hoping that we could talk to our ship.
Was
Do we have
that
an
just-
owl?
I was
A
like,
crow?
is that a really just oddly specific want that
No.
you were like into the ether? If only!
It wasn't this legit in character
Well,
question.
oddly enough, I do have exactly what you're saying.
Stan in chat was cheering you guys on as you were chomping.
Yes, thanks, man.
Go team.
I have a figurine that if I throw it down, it will go off. I can speak a command word, throw the figurine to point on the ground, it becomes a living creature, and then it's friendly to me and the companions, and it understands our languages. It will...
It's probably-
It'll stay a raven for up to 12 hours. It can't be used for another 2 days, but it can go off and I can use it as animal messenger.
Can we get it to go talk to our crew and
Yeah.
them relay a message to make sure they're okay? Because they went to go
Does
last
the animal
night.
messenger work both ways? Like they can speak a message and it comes back to you, or is it just
so-
delivering a message to them?
It will stay that way for 12 hours and it'll take 1 action. So if I tell them the action,
I don't think it.
I don't know,
Up to you.
might be a little bit extra.
I think it just delivers a message, but it
Yeah.
can't bring a message back to you. So you could deliver a message to the ship, but you're probably not. When the raven returns, you're not going to get anything back from the raven.
We could just tell it generally.
Use an animal to deliver a message. Choose time base. Blah 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 blah. Specify recipient. Up to 25 words. Can cover 50 miles. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about coming back.
Okay. Just a thought.
Yeah.
We'll never know.
Are we within 50 miles of our boat anyway?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, we could tell them, be aware.
They went last night though. It's a little late for that.
Well, it says 50 miles per 24 hours of flying. Or
But it's
25.
12 hours at
Right, it's only 12 hours, so we can only go 25 miles then.
Yes.
Still
within
not that far. I mean, you guys followed a giant for a few
That's
hours,
true.
and it led you to where you guys were. Then you just went probably about an hour.
Well,
hour and a
this
half
guy
in. So
knows
you're-
that
yeah, you're
something's
definitely
up. And it's now morning, or it's now the next day, and all of us are conveniently gone from this area. He's gonna know we killed this guy, or he's gonna know something. We need to get back and see, I think, what's happening. Because maybe if he's still gone with the green dragon, there would be some more snooping. I don't know. The other option is to go back to that village and investigate the dead feathered person.
Why don't we track where the dragon and the griffin went now?
Are we able to
Stay
do
behind
that?
their trail?
As they're talking, I'm just gonna start rooting around here. Is there any green paint?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, in the tent. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's green paint.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It wouldn't
No,
show up on my skin.
They would
It
know
actually would. It's much
immediately.
later.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
almost like a bright lime green.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it'll show up.
The body have like green paint marks or anything like that?
Did the lizard man? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. Well, not sure you can see much of it now because you guys mutilated the body, but
Cop's gonna get some of the green paint, go over the hand that's sort of hanging out of the mouth, and take that, dip a couple of fingers in it, and just like use the
the shaman's fingers.
yeah
Okay.
to draw like some just sort of like really crude design on his face.
Okay. Sure.
Please make him make a performance check.
Yeah, you know what? That is good. Yeah, go make a performance check. I like that.
It's gonna be like,
Let's see how good these things look. See how.
yes!
Dang!
6.
Yeah, it's real
Oh, man, I thought
nervous.
it was
Isn't that-
one.
You actually cut your
it was a
forehead
seven.
with one of the shaman's claws. You accidentally cut your forehead a little bit too. Some blood runs down into the green.
Oh,
paint.
it's one of those wrestler things where it's just bleeding.
Yeah, but you do have something on there. You're not really sure what it means or if it's any kind of symbol whatsoever.
Oh my god, this is gonna be a dead giveaway, but I can't take it off. I think it's just too precious.
It's cute.
Are we able to track the dragon at all? Considering
Follow
it went
broken branches.
It flew.
It's like there's broken branches everywhere in every direction. So
It's been coming and going.
it's been coming and going from what you could tell, and it's going in all directions. Like it's hard to tell which break is the most recent. It's really hard to tell.
What
Even
about-
with a really good roll, it's
Behind the crocodile head, is that like a mountain?
yeah. It's basically
like
the
keeps
mountain
going-
continues going up.
Is
Because
there
it's
less
the-
trees that way?
There are less trees. Yeah.
We could always climb up and take a look around.
It does look
Get
like it goes
lay of
up
the
for a
land at
while, and then
least.
there's more greenery, and then it goes up again, and there's more greenery. It's
Because
almost
it's
like
the
it's like a level.
the trees that go up into the sky.
Yeah, there's
oh my
the
god,
trees
wait.
keep on going up higher too.
The
So
trees keep going up higher and
Yeah.
they touch the clouds.
Why don't we go? I mean, it might be a really cool view, anyways.
Yeah, we might be able to look down and see if we can see any activity. Should I get back into my spider shape because it's just easier for me to climb?
Maybe they're throwing
Um,
maidens into the volcano.
I mean, if we have, yeah, maybe.
It's don't bother me. Yeah, we can go up.
Yeah, let's just go up. I don't want to turn into a
Go.
spider unless
Okay.
we need to.
yeah, I mean, you guys could navigate a little bit better. I mean, you don't have to climb that
Mhm.
spot. There's other places where you can find it much easier to climb.
If we have trouble, we just try a rope to the elf and we throw her up.
Right.
So you get a lot higher after spending some time, and you can see a lot more of the landscape as some of the trees still go up higher than what you guys are, but it thins out the higher that you go, and you can see a little bit more of the landscape. If everybody wants to make perception checks, you guys can make perception checks looking out over the
19.
landscape.
That's
rock. Nat 20?
That one.
Nat 1.
Opposite.
Oh my goodness.
I got something in my eye.
15.
Oh, no. I can't.
What'd you get?
15.
15?
10.
19.
Is there a lot of bees up here? Is it just me?
Anybody who rolled higher than a 10.
What? Huh?
Coming out of the clouds, you notice a large flying creature
Oh no.
with a smaller flying creature flying beside it.
Great.
It looks like there's something on its back.
Tally-ho!
And it looks like they're coming from kind of like the northwestern side of the island.
Let me consult my map.
The northwestern side.
Hmm.
And it looks like they're headed towards the Jade Falls.
Good thing we weren't there. We aren't there. Good thing. Oh, there's a dragon, so I'm just gonna draw a little.
How far away are they?
Hundreds of feet.
Define hundreds.
I mean, from your distance, it looks this big.
Don't.
So very far away.
You can't.
Why are you pulling your bow out? Put it that away.
Topic. Don't you let it know where we are.
If we shoot the little one off the back and it falls, it's dead.
You
No
would know
bombs.
as a fighter they're well without out of your range.
Further than 600 feet?
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Looks like they're getting closer and closer because you guys have climbed for a while, but it looks like they're headed back to where area where you
Can
guys
we
left.
see the? Is that crate that they originally had? That was filled with money and stuff. Is that being drugged?
You don't
with them?
notice the other two.
But they came from the northwestern
They came from
direction.
the northwestern direction. Yeah.
Oh, the two that are more carrying the crate are with them.
Well, northwestern direction is an area we have not gone to yet.
So either they dropped off the money somewhere, and we can go back down to the cave and hopefully check to see if the dragon has it or not. Probably not.
I don't want to talk to that thing at all.
Oh, the main reason we're here is for the stone, not the treasure.
True. True.
But do we really want to be trying to get the stone with the dragon nearby that he can control?
I say wait until we separate them.
Terrible idea.
Keep
That's
them
why you
separate.
shoot him off the bird horse.
We
Also a terrible
We could
idea.
set up an ambush outside of the tunnel.
Willow,
Leaves.
your gem is picking up in brightness
Oh, great.
as you watch that thing flying.
How bright is it to the rest of us?
It's bright enough that you can tell it's glowing, but it's not like
We don't
It's not
think
like-
we
it's
don't
not
think
like
they'd be
Rudolph's
able to know.
nose.
Yeah.
Oh, Rudolph!
No.
It wasn't that bright either when she was relatively close, right?
It wasn't that bright when.
She was relatively close to the king.
Oh,
No,
we
it's
figured
not
out it was
close
when
to
you're
the
It's-
distracted.
The dragon. Okay,
It's not-
that's right.
It's going to keep getting brighter.
The closer he gets.
Well, then his is probably bright anyways, so we don't need to worry about that.
Yeah, because if
Well,
he's
what
next,
if he
if
can
he's
see
right
it?
next to the dragon, then his is pretty bright too. So,
Well, what if the dragon sees it?
okay. So the main point that we are here for is
Why are we here?
is to get that stone away from him and potentially, in my case, liberate the people and liberate the bird people. Those are my
Or to get
objectives.
the stone so I can ride a dragon.
What?
So he can ride a dragon.
Sure. Now, if your stone is glowing near this dragon, and his is probably too, what if there's a chance that you can also control the dragon?
Try it. Think real hard.
I don't think it works
Make
like
it
that.
make it turn
Make
a
it
little
fart.
left. Make it turn to the left, just a smidge. Just a smidge.
I don't know if it works like that. It would know, wouldn't it?
I don't
I don't
I
know
don't know.
either.
I don't know any of it. But we could set up an ambush, or we can go for just King blah 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 outside of this cavern, or sorry, I didn't remember his name. Or we can wait till he goes back to his town where there's dozens of guards
Why don't we get him in the middle?
because he's flying.
Well, what if he drops off the
Ooh,
dragon
let's-
and he flies back to the town? What if we
He's
can-
still flying.
No, shoot, he's flying.
Unless we kill some bird people and make wings.
We're not doing that.
We're not killing any bird people.
Then we have to
The
get him when he
birds
comes
are
here.
against the
So
killing of the bird
we
people.
can wait outside the mouth of the cave.
What's the dragon? That's him and the dragon.
Yeah, but we don't. What if the dragon doesn't know that he's being ambushed? Just
What?
the dragon would go in the
It
cave.
looks like
Smart.
they're flying and they're gonna get to the cave first before
Right.
you guys can even get back down there.
But we don't know how long he's gonna stay in there.
You don't.
Maybe they take a nap together.
How vertical is his surface?
What's that?
How vertical did we climb?
I mean, there were some areas that you had to, find some handholds, but I mean, you
So-
guys have been purposely like navigating to make it easy to climb. I wouldn't say you guys would want to
Like,
take
so if we were to look,
cliffside and
basically, if we were to take the mountain and just sort of go, how far from the mouth of the cave to where we are?
I mean, I'd say you
Straight
probably
north of this?
walked half a mile, 3/4 of a mile.
So we're not that far. We could get there quick. 6-minute mile, you guys.
You
Let's
could
go.
get there within like 30 to 40 minutes.
Well, wait, no, but my question is, how far is the distance if we were to pancake it from where we are, just walk straight out into the air to get to the mouth of the cave?
Oh
So you want
gosh,
to jump.
That's a complicated question.
that is very complicated.
Do we see
What's
anything?
what
any-
I mean, it'd still be like within the same, almost probably like a half a mile of distance. So, I mean, what is
I'd
that?
have to start
in
running.
feet? I'm not a math guy, so.
2,140.
Yeah, it's basically 2,000 feet. So we went 2,000 feet this way, as well as up.
Would be more like 3/4 of a mile going up, but this way going straight it'd be half a mile probably because
Okay.
you're not doing the incline, right? Is that how that works?
And you go faster.
Is that how math works? I have no idea.
No, I have no idea either.
Yeah, so
we
c
see-
squared is the sum of
What?
a squared plus b squared.
Do we have an example or any evidence of the bird people?
We have
Any evidence
of
of the bird people?
of the
No.
bird people anywhere?
except for the dead body that you saw.
No. I'm just trying to figure out where to go because we have so many options, but I don't know what to do. I don't know where.
Well, the longer we sit here, the
The closer
more
they
likely
get.
he's gonna go
Well,
away.
yeah, they came from the northwest. You don't know what's up there, but you know the direction in which they came.
And we know that they.
You know
Just-
that they just basically you watch them kind of land down back where Jade Falls is. They
Mhm.
disappear there for just the time being. You've got
So
your
they-
village that you've discovered in the trees.
Mhm.
You've got Omi's camp with Gil,
Then we've also
You've
got,
got-
the abandoned village or the ancient village.
the ancient village that was abandoned whenever you docked. There are a lot of places.
Or we could just sprint down the mountain. Tackle
They
the
said
king and
that
take
they
his
had
gem.
Not for
business.
that one.
The guy said that he had business with the green green jackets.
That's big.
With the green dragon, and they went north. I want to find out what exactly they're doing.
I agree.
But it doesn't matter.
If we get the gem, problem solved.
I also think taking on them when they're together is a very bad idea.
Also
I think
agree.
ambushing them at the Jade Falls is an extremely bad idea. That's his home. That's his home turf. He knows that area. Whatever
Well,
it is,
you
I
have to
think.
While you guys are talking, the smaller winged creature flies off towards the treetop village. Which
There goes our
Okay, so he's
Back to the
going
village.
towards the tree
somewhere.
village.
Yeah, I feel like garbage. So maybe we need to sit for a minute.
Not true.
We have to sneak by a dragon now to get.
Go any other direction.
Well, we can go.
You can go out around.
Yeah, we can go
We
straight.
need to sneak by a dragon.
right. We probably should peek in to see.
Make sure it's there.
Yeah. It's green. It might be a.
Could be a purple dragon.
Could be a
Do we know if
Rainbow
dragons?
dragon.
Well, we don't see. We don't know
Purple
anything
gem,
about
purple dragon.
dragons.
right?
Are dragons intelligent? Can you talk to them?
Yes.
Dragons are pretty smart.
Yeah.
I mean, they would at least be as smart as a human or humanoid.
Any chance to talk to a dragon? Would be cool.
You know, okay, potentially if that thing controls dragons, maybe we can override the signal. Maybe we can talk to the dragon. I don't
Okay.
know. I mean,
To
the
the dragon.
enemy, the
We'll
enemy
just
of our
save our
enemy is
game
our
really
friend.
quick before we go in.
Yeah. The enemy of our enemy is our friend. So maybe if we agree to help out this dragon, maybe it'll provide whatever support that it can from, its position of being controlled.
Or we all get poison breath and die.
Yeah, I believe it was what, melted skin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
heard.
Fan of that.
Apparently, I've already had tentacle herpes. I might as well get melted.
I think it's worth talking to the dragon. They're far more intelligent than we give them credit for. And if we bring them gold, maybe he'll spare us. Just walk in with gold in your hands.
Maybe he'll answer some questions for us. We can convince him to talk, and we can see how far this control goes with the gem. See if he's been struck dumb.
I'll stand in the back.
Yeah, no,
This
you're
is your
front. This is
idea.
your idea.
I'll
You look the most like him. You talk to him.
I'm the one with the green paint. I talk to him.
He can go second.
Okay. Let's do it.
Okay.
Do you want to talk to a dragon? You want to wait outside? You scared?
You're gonna. Can I put you in my little backpack thing? My little scarf thing?
This is probably the only
This is
moment that
mostly
we
for
need
my
you to
support because I don't want to
be
talk
really
to this thing.
courageous and try. Where's your halfling spirit?
I look
I
at
don't
you
know
and
what
I
else
don't
to
want to
do.
do it either.
But
I don't want to talk to this creature at
comical
all.
shield does bigger spirits about get big.
Ha!
But we just need
That
more
was a short
information.
Sorry.
I hate both of you.
Are you guys going to take a short rest here?
We probably.
Oh well, I mean I don't need it. I never got hit.
Sure.
If you'd like to spend hit dice, you may. If you're going to take a short rest, or if you
I'll
don't
take
need
a
to take a
short
short rest, you can.
I don't think we're in any hurry
I
now.
didn't get hit.
No, we're,
So let's take a
we're
short
heading back down. We've been considering we've
we
been
want to
up
make
here
sure that
for a
guy
little.
doesn't. Well, he's going back to the
Yeah.
village. A short rest, he'll be just 30
And he
minutes.
said
or
that he
so.
does it weekly. So
Okay.
he probably won't be back for a while.
Yeah.
Hooray!
Most likely.
We'll just be ready to book it. I got you. I'll shift into the fastest creature I know. We're gonna go north.
You guys do notice, as you're taking your break, you do notice two gliding individuals that have something hanging in between them. Looks like the chest is hanging, and they are headed also back towards. They're coming from the northwest. They're not going to Jade Falls. They're going directly back to the village.
Okay, so
Just
they're
gliding.
heading from the northwest back to the village.
Wings.
Yes. Good flap flaps.
Doing hit dice.
Yeah.
Yep.
3 of
Okay.
them. Sorry, it was one number and then it rolled off the book and it was another number, but I'm gonna.
You can reroll if you want.
No, I like that number. It was a
Okay.
5.
Yeah, take it then.
7,
I love that necklace.
11.
Good one.
It doubles whatever I get on my hit die.
Oh wow.
I spend one hit die for I'm back up at full.
Dang.
Nice.
Okay.
So you guys.
I got 13 health.
Take your
And I get
short rest.
all my things back.
We'll go ahead and we'll try to get this started with the last 10 minutes that we've got. And then we'll finish up probably right around at 9:30 so we can make our way for Insight Check. That's they're doing their final episode of their first campaign tonight. So they're going to do their, like, tying up the loose ends and then doing, like, a Q&A tonight. So you guys make sure you stick around for Insight
No.
Check coming up afterwards. I'm pretty sure they'll be going live as soon as we are done. So we'll see. Sometimes they have the proficiency bonus bug with technical issues all the time, like we always do. So,
It's called Your Most Humble and Merciful DM has cast Bestow Curse on all
that's it.
streams.
Yeah, all streams, it just happens.
You have disadvantage on technical checks before you go
I
live.
apologize. So you guys make your way back down the mountain, the way you came, back to Jade Falls. You can see it's much in the position that you left it.
Well,
The water is still running down the cave.
pull out that
The
green gem.
green shaman
Oh hey,
has
that's
been
a good idea.
removed out of the mouth
Oh,
and is laying beside the dead tentacle creature.
Uh-oh.
So someone has moved him out of the mouth.
Do we have any evidence of like bites and spells and things from these two people?
From
The fight.
The fight?
do they have any?
No,
evidence?
do we?
Do you?
I mean, I probably look like hell.
If you're healed up, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, your wounds have been healed. Maybe some rips and tears in your clothes and
But
armor,
kinda
but other than
normal
that, yeah.
my green paint dry.
Oh yeah, try. You have no clue what it means.
Do you have?
Paint dry, David. F you.
Oh boy.
Am I allowed to take a person with me with Misty Step? Like if I have her attached to me as in a bassinet
Don't think
kind of
Misty
thing?
Step you can. I think it has to be like Dimension Door.
Dimension Door,
I think
Thunder
Dimension
Step.
Door, Thunder
Thunder
Step you
Step
can
is-
take somebody with, but not Misty Step.
I'm gonna let you know as soon as things go crazy. Just cast Misty Step. Just go. Just go. I'm
I think
booking
you
it.
have that one prepared.
But you don't. Oh,
I have passed without a trace.
that might work.
We're not trying to sneak up on it.
No, I'm saying
No,
I need to
just-
get out.
They're gonna book
Bye.
it
Yeah.
and stealth away as you and I get cooked.
Okay.
Alright,
Guess we're.
there's the falls.
Well,
that
go on in
rise
there,
before
buddy.
you. There's a stillness to the air. Not even any birds around. It's stillness about the place. You can just hear the water running out of the falls, hitting the water.
I guess I'll go first. I'll walk in, and as I'm walking, I'll use my staff and like as a walking stick and make it known that like I'm
That you're
entering.
Okay.
So I'm not trying to sneak up on the dragon. It's
Follow.
like a step.
3 or 4 steps behind, offset to the right.
Okay. It opens up into this large area that you guys have seen before.
Right.
So you know there's a couple natural pillars inside. Without seeing something, hearing a billowing voice from deep within. I could smell you before I heard you. Who is it that approaches the Jade Torment's lair?
My name is Silas.
He sounds Norwegian. Was it?
I've come
All
seeking,
dragons Norwegian?
Jade dragons.
I come seeking your wisdom, mighty green dragon.
You seek wisdom. Only a fool seeks it in here. You can hear like wrestling, almost like it sounds like claws scratching against stone.
We're as far out as we
What
can
is
be.
my necklace doing at this point?
Glowing bright.
Okay, figured.
The closer you get to it, the more that pulsating that you feel, and the more the glow that you see.
Okay.
Copper's gonna pull out the
I don't
bag
know
of
what
coins he
to
took
do.
from the hut
Mm-hmm.
and just give it a little bit of a shake. We come bringing offerings.
Bring it close. Rest it before me.
I'll walk with you.
You want to go get you a dragon?
Gonna
Let's go.
walk up.
I sense your fear.
You are quite larger than us. Oh, mighty green dragon.
We're like near as close to the mouth of the cave as we can be. Like
You
we're
guys can hear it.
yeah,
You
yeah.
guys can hear it from where you are.
Do we go?
And as you
As I'm walking up, Copic isn't afraid. As Copic's walking up, Copic is fighting the urge to run up and jump on it. Do I have to roll deceit for this, or is it just? Is it basically just?
you can
my
just make the
tradition?
dragon feel like it's in control. I mean,
It's like I'm walking up. It's like
as you're,
Kill me if I
as you're
jump on
walking
this
out,
thing.
you start to get visual on this thing. There's these bright, green, glowing eyes just staring at you, and you can see its snout as it's halfway up on the wall, halfway down on the ground as it makes its way down, and it starts to just lurch closer to you.
Tell us your name, mighty dragon.
I already spoke my name.
It's the Jade Torment.
To you, I'm the Jade Torment, and this is my domain.
you can see why wisdom is needed. And Copic is going to, as he pulls the bag out that I think he said had like 100 and something gold in it, going to take 129 out of my own gold and add it into it.
Okay.
And just says, walk up and sit down. We would have more, but the king claims it all and to pay to you.
It is all the king's to take. It must all be brought before him.
Why does King Zordon need all this gold?
But it is for you. He collects it to pay to you. We came to you for aid because he says everything goes through you.
I collect for him.
And he spreads lies throughout this island. Are you aware of this?
It is deceit to you, my friend.
Well, the people suffer here.
You seek wisdom.
We
You search in the wrong places.
Do you seek freedom?
Why do you let him?
Why
take
do I need to be
gold?
free?
It
This
seems
is
as
my domain.
It doesn't
But
seem
you-
that way.
stated you work for him. We come to see you as you are the ruler, but you collect money for him.
What
Why is it not
that?
to you?
I feel something. Something beyond. You're hiding something from me.
I'm tightening the thing and I walk forward.
Okay, so you walk in.
'Tis I.
What is this? What I feel doesn't come from you. There is another.
I'll walk in behind Opu.
Oh no, you're in my pack. You want me to set you down?
Yeah, put me down.
So you come in. The closer you get, brighter the gem. It's like glowing inside this chamber. He takes a few steps back. Where have you come from? Who is this?
Does this look familiar?
Why do you fear the Bridle Stones?
You search for wisdom.
Why do you allow him to take your
Because
money?
he is stupid.
Why do you allow King Thornton to take your hoard? Why do you stand for such insult?
Because he is my ally.
You don't need
What
him.
does he bring you in this alliance?
Power.
To rule over what? He rules over all.
Domain.
It seems he's ruling your domain for you. He's spreading lies and deceit, and he's using your connection to put fear into people's hearts, when you could be doing that.
I believe you're feeding me lies and deceit, so you can take my domain.
I don't want this
You
cave.
want this for yourself.
I don't want this.
You come seeking Azrock. That's why you bring this one. With that terrible, terrible source of horrible magic.
Who's Azrock?
Dion.
Yeah.
Name of the
Yeah.
island.
What if we were to take both stones away from the island? What would you do then?
And ponders for a moment, but then looks back and says,
Freedom.
King is my ally.
Can we be your allies instead?
Make a persuasion check.
Roll the night right here.
Oh, no.
Trying to get all the numbers I can for this one. Persuasion. Yeah, it's a hot 6.
It's a hot 6.
Yeah.
Just looks at all of you and says, all the allies I need. And lunges towards all of you, flapping its wings.
Oh no.
And that's
Booking
where we're
it.
gonna end tonight's
I'm
episode.
I'm out.
I Misty step and leave the cave.
Okay. Yeah, so that's where we're gonna end tonight, everybody. Yikes.
Is there any way we could tell how old this dragon is?
It
Just by
seems
looking at
like
him?
this guy has
Older, younger?
has like a supernatural hold over him.
Because you guys
Right,
probably
like,
have
it's
never
like
seen a
abuse.
dragon in real
Couldn't
life,
tell.
probably couldn't tell.
Okay.
You're not really 100% sure.
Okay.
But it is coming at you.
Great. We're leaving.
That's what you think. I'm a ride a dragon.
I'm gonna use this necklace real fast.
But before we go, when you short rested, you level up to level 6. Everyone is level 6 now. Congratulations, everybody.
Yay.
Oh.
Level 6 is not a good level to fight a dragon, let me tell you. Any of them.
Yeah, but that means
So, congratulations. And we need to go ahead and quickly vote for a nat 20 for next time. Anybody have any moments that stood out during tonight's session that we want to give this natural 20 away
What
for?
was that one that you did that she threw her
I don't remember.
thing at
It's
you?
funny though.
there was one that he did too that I tossed. I know him for, and I should have wrote it down. I can't remember.
Was it prying the gem out of the...
Oh,
Share.
getting this. Oh my god! I wanna give Willow the nat 20 for doing that for a great.
Hooray!
Oh,
Thank you
thanks
for
for all the
your
bits. We appreciate it.
10,000 bits? Really? Just kidding.
These two.
Not watching.
Oh, cool.
Awesome.
Anybody?
Anybody in chat want to vote for?
Yeah, anybody in chat?
I think-
to?
Willow, I think your role playing improved tonight. I'm proud of you.
Oh, look at that.
Oh man.
We got a couple votes for Willow.
Yeah.
I think for stowing the shaman. True.
We did chew.
Very true.
Yeah, that was a double
That was
chew.
Oh my
hilarious.
god,
Chewing
that
was
was
a-
hilarious.
That was great.
That's what it was. I think it was it was either sticking the shaman in or throwing myself in the mouth that you picked up
That,
to
yep,
before.
that was it.
If we can't give two,
I agree.
If we can't give two nat 20s, could we give them both like purple die for the next round, next thing? Because I think both of them.
Give them both a
doing
free
the-
advantage. Do you guys want to turn it into take the nat 20 and just leave it aside? Just say you guys take advantage on a roll. We can do it that way.
Do it.
It's up to you.
Yeah. Let's remember for next time. We'll do a Willow and Kopic have an advantage dice, automatic advantage dice for next time, which
Here
would
we
be,
go.
which would be
Which is
great.
going to be desperate.
Yeah.
This isn't raising the roof. This is crunching the shaman.
Yes, that's might be the episode title.
Crunching the
I like
shaman.
Well, until next time, folks, don't forget to add your proficiency bonus. And like I said, we will let you guys know when we will have our next episode of Dirty 20. Until next time,
Call your mom.
call your mom. And stay tuned. Insight check is coming up next, probably in a few minutes. So we'll see you guys next time.
Bye,
Good night,
everybody.
Internet. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Internet.